Please take the time to visit podsurvey.com/peasants to complete a short 21-question survey. Participants in the survey will be entered into a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. The survey can be taken multiple times, so feel free to visit back each month for your chance to enter the drawing. Please help to support the show by using our Amazon links located in the description anytime you purchase anything from Amazon. It's a great way to support the show while just going about your normal business shopping on Amazon.com. Also, check out our storefront for Drunken Peasants recommended merchandise. Patreon pledges of $5 or more will now receive 2 private shows each month. In addition to the private shows, Patreon pledges of $10 or more will receive the Drunken Peasants post show after each episode of the Drunken Peasants, Ben and Billy's monthly shitty movie review, and regular behind-the-scenes vlogs with Ben and Billy. Sign up anytime to catch the future shows as well as past content. If you want to catch the post shows but you're not a patron, click the join link below this video to become a member of the Drunken Peasants channel. In addition to each post show, you'll also get special badges and emojis that you can use in the Drunken Peasants live chat. Streamlabs will be open for the duration of each episode. Click the link below to send us a message. Donations $20 and above will be read out through text-to-speech and will require our immediate attention. All donations below $20 will be read at the end of each segment. Keep an eye out for our weekly Streamlabs goal, which if we meet, we will do an extra show the following week. If you find any content you'd like to see us cover on the show, send it to drunkenpeasantsinbox at gmail.com. All submissions will be reviewed for possible usage in a future episode. Click the Discord link in our description to join the Drunken Peasants Discord. Interact with other Drunken Peasants fans in text and voice chat, as well as the peasants themselves. Visit the Google Play Store and download the Drunken Peasants app to catch the audio version of the show while you're on the road. In addition to the app, the audio-only version of the show is also available through iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, SoundCloud, and other audio platforms. That's all we have for now. Enjoy the show.
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on you now. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants podcast, episode 511.
Whoa.
Suck it!
400 episodes away from episode 911.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Call 911. Fuck that. Call 911.
I don't get that reference.
Yeah, I do. And we have Girl Does Rant, the spiritual entity known as Girl Does Rant today.
Her camera's broken.
Hello, thank you for having. I was going to be on, but then I wasn't, so it wasn't meant to be.
Wasn't meant to be.
She believes in fate.
Fate?
Yeah.
What does fate have to do with this?
Because she said it was meant to be, and that means that it was fate, right?
I thought we had such a powerful spiritual moment together, Billy, before the show. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was there.
I'm not
about?
Discounting that moment. You're going to blame your camera.
I mean, I wasn't going to bring
fate?
it up in public or anything, but
look,
now you're
if you want to out me as being a horn dog and hitting on you before the show, then I guess that's what we're going to do. But
was that all it was?
No.
I thought I meant more to you than that.
I opened up my heart to you.
Okay.
I don't want them to know that, though. The audience doesn't get to see my love. They think They think I'm a tough guy. I don't want
vulnerable.
them. I don't want them to know that I'm a vulnerable sweet boy. They know I'm a tough guy. They think I'm the Billy Badass. They're like, hey, look at Billy Badass over here, and then really on the inside, I'm a sweet boy. But I keep that from
So that
them.
whole term Billy Badass, that was named after you. You were the originator of that.
Before that, I was known as Billy Butt Cheese.
Hey, I wanted to let everyone know, I was not aware of this until just today, that episode 507 with Steve Hofstetter, the audio sync was all bad in that. So today I fixed it, and I'll be re-releasing that with the fixed audio soon. And also yesterday I did a stream, and we had a huge uptick on our goal towards the bonus show.
Wow.
If you notice, it was only at like 90 something last time. Yeah.
I checked in, and I think I watched your stream. Maybe it was after it was over. It was archived.
I want to bring up something, and I don't know what you guys will think about this. I think this is fucking disgusting, personally.
What's that?
Okay.
Billy the Fridge is friends with Pimp Monk, like actually hung out with him IRL.
Yeah, that's my
multiple
buddy.
times. Yeah, that's your buddy.
Yeah.
He's asked you so many times to be on his streams.
Yeah.
And you've never done it. And you've known him for so long now.
I think I've been on like his late night streams.
Okay.
I just haven't been on Morning Wood.
But today, Billy, you were on Brett Keen's stream on his channel.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What a
That's a
burn.
deep wound.
What? I didn't have to
That's-
wake up for that.
I don't know.
If I woke up at 8 a.m.
That's not
I'd
not
go on Pimp
something a
Monk's show.
sweet boy would do.
It sure is. Look,
You know what? I went on his show. What the fuck is stopping you?
you went on
Yeah.
Brett Keen's show too?
No, fuck. I
No,
went on
Oh.
Pimp
she
Monk's
been
show.
on Pimp Monks, and she lives in the Eastern time zone.
Yeah, that means that she doesn't have to get up until 11 a.m. Because they're 3 hours ahead
Yeah.
over there.
So it's even earlier.
No, it's not. You're using
I know,
reverse
I know, I'm
logic.
fucking
This is
with you.
Besides the point.
I was
Ben's
hoping he
using-
would agree.
Ben's using brute retard logic over here. It doesn't work.
Damn it.
Look, we comment on Brett Keen very often, and I don't have the history that you do with him. So I'm trying to build some history so I can make better comments on him. I figured to do that, I have to befriend him and then have a falling out.
No.
And then get scammed.
You don't have
I
to.
figure there's a whole situation I have to go through here.
No, you don't.
It's just I'm trying to get baptized in the mac and cheese of Brett Keen. Just
I don't know. I think it'd be easy
Baptize
to
me in
lose
your
yourself
cheese
down that
sauce.
void.
Yeah.
for
I
any
agree.
normal man probably, but I'm a god.
I remember Brett Keen making the videos about GDR here, being like,
Yeah, I know what she looks like. This is her fucking face right here.
Yeah, when he found like some very awkward looking Google image, pasted it on, and just randomly.
yeah.
I found out what you look like, stupid bitch.
It'd be awesome if Brett was like, I found out what you look like, a stupid bitch. So that he stood up, bent over, pulled his pants down, and just mooned the camera.
Oh my god!
Wouldn't
no.
that be fucking hilarious?
Huh?
What? If Brett was just a shit talker.
He's not.
I know. But maybe we should write content for Brett.
Maybe you should suck a fart out of my asshole.
See, if Brett said that, it'd be hilarious. Brett's
I
missing
don't
an
even know if
opportunity
he was
here.
that active anymore? Is he still?
Oh, he's come full cycle again. He started a new channel. At first, he was calling
Okay.
it Theist Brett Keen. Theist Brett Keen, and I made fun of that. And the next day, the name of the channel changed.
Does he
So-
still clickbait add famous atheist names into the
Oh, yeah.
titles that
Oh,
have nothing to
absolutely.
do with the video?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, he had Pimp Monk in the title of his last stream, and Pimp Monk wasn't in it.
I just like anybody who wears a mask. Like if he would have done that for you with your mask, that'd been hilarious. I'm actually want to get back into wrestling and feud with a lucha libre guy. Like I know what you look like with that mask off, and then just bend over and moon the camera. That's top quality content right there. That's hilarity. That's borderline humorous.
I guess I'm just laughing on the inside.
You should be. Look. I was on Brett's stream for 15 minutes, and we talked about music and Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah. He looked around your room for things to butter you up about.
He was like, "Hey, you got a piano in there?"
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
"No, I don't
because
have
he
a
was going to
piano."
say that he played piano.
No, I play the
That's what he
keys.
does. He
He,
tries.
he tried to manifest a piano in my room so we
Right.
could talk about playing piano.
Yes.
And then he's like, "Yeah, because
What
I
kind
was
of
going to
beautiful
say."
classical piano can he play?
I mean, I've heard him play. Like, there's old videos of him going into a church and playing a piano and stuff. So I know he could play a little bit. like to some degree.
Pimp Monk's in our chat right now. What's up, Pimp Monk?
Hey, Pimp, you can come on too if you want. Just let me know.
Yeah,
Come on
hard.
over. Yeah, you could make up for the fact that GDR's camera's broken since I was.
And then you could talk to Billy about not being on the Morning Wood, but being on
you can
Brett
talk to me
Keene's
about that.
bullshit
So
streams.
the audience would rather see your beautiful face than my tits.
No. We wanted your cuteness, but your camera's
you
broken.
You guys agreed to that. You said that they wouldn't want to see that.
No, we wanted your
the
cuteness.
show.
We were like, "Where's your cam?" And you were like, "Oh, it's broken." We're like, "Great."
No, I didn't. I said no. I'll even do it topless, and you're like, no, that'll offend them.
See, now you're making
Was
me look
I
like
out of the
bad
room
guy.
when that happened?
I was like, you keep
Hey.
your top on for our fans. They don't deserve those luxurious breasticles.
Hi.
What's up, Pimp Monk?
Hi.
So yeah, man, go on Brett Keene.
Yeah.
You
what
were
the fuck?
your name
What a
was in
piece
the
of
title.
shit.
I thought I was gonna see you there.
He was fucking clickbaiting with our name.
I was like, oh, Pimp Monk's name's in the title. I better go say hi to Pimp Monk in Brett's stream, and then you weren't there.
Ben said, "Hey, you know your name's in Brett Keene's video." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, by the way, guys, if you're trying to go to Subscribestar, it's not going to work right now. Subscribestar got fucked by PayPal.
Oh my god.
So they're down probably for as long as a whole month.
Damn.
So anyone who jumped on board before that happened, they were able to subscribe, but anyone else who's tried, it's not going to work.
But get your own platform.
So Patreon monopoly, and it's funny how I feel about it because I think it's fucked up what happened with Sargon, but it's also like it has this crazy domino effect that's affecting me, and Patreon's still like whatever, like they're losing pennies compared to what I'm losing. I mean, obviously it's not literal pennies, but to them it's such a smaller fraction of their monthly income from all of these patrons.
I just want Patreon.
It's negligible to them, and it's anything but negligible to me. That's the thing that sucks about it. Patreon, you know what? It's kind of, I'm sure it might be part of Patreon's MO, honestly, because they're like, oh, well, people who like Sargon will get mad and they'll leave, and then it's going to fuck over, other people that those people support.
Yep.
So it's kind of like we're fucking over them too.
Yeah, Patreon really has it out for us.
I'm starting something called Pimptreon.
Pimptreon?
There's going to be all of these rogue alternatives to Patreon. It's going to be so fucked up. No one's going to know which one to join.
Jordan Peterson's talking about starting one up.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Pimptreon is just my Streamlabs. That's what Pimptreon is.
I think Gavin McGinnis was talking about starting up a glory hole in a bathroom where you can just man the glory hole in exchange for tips.
I say the best way to support the show at this point is Streamlabs. Everyone gets an extra show, even the people who didn't donate, and that's fine with me. And then Patreon, if you can keep supporting us there. I mean, we want to start trying different stuff other than what we normally do on Patreon, at least once a month. Like we did the shock collar thing. That was kind of cool. I'd like to get it a little faster pace, though. When I went back and watched it, it was like a lot of like setting up stuff and that kind of shit. So we'll have to think of a different game that involves us getting zapped by electrical dog collars.
Billy Butt Cheese. I don't like those dog collars that much. They hurt.
Yeah. But that's why people want to watch us. Like, if people were paying
I
us.
saw some of the promo material for that. Does it really hurt like a lot?
It's like
it sucks.
It's like when you if you get like the worst static shock you've ever felt in your life. It's like that.
Yeah. If you ever looked into aversion therapy, is all about like quitting drinking or something or any sort of addiction. They will shock you every time you partake in it. So you'll have a drink and they'll shock you. Have a drink and they'll shock you. After a while, no matter how bad the shock is, just having the drink will trigger that shock in your mind without an actual shock even.
And this sucks because we felt it on our throat. Like it would zap us like right on each side of our Adam's apple, basically.
And so now,
Next time, sit in a bathtub full of water.
I don't want to do that. I'll die.
Oh.
Well, it's for the fans, man.
You want me to die?
For the fans, you should be able to die.
I think if I died, the fans would forget about me. I wouldn't be like Tupac and live forever.
You don't know.
be
We'll
like
make a
Elvis.
big ass hologram.
I think
Who's
the fans.
Tupac?
Shakur. He's a hologram. I met his hologram. Pretty sweet.
Hey, he was a
hologram.
white guy, right?
No, he was. He was born in New York City, from
Are you
Baltimore,
gonna say something
Maryland.
racist now,
Transplant.
buddy?
No.
I don't know if I'd place my bets on immortality upon YouTube.
You don't think so? R.I.P. 3Pac.
Every time I talk to a girl that does rent lately, she is not on camera, and I miss those titties so fucking much.
I really wish you wouldn't say that in such a misogynistic tone, but I agree.
This is what comes to me living in a patriarchal society.
Yeah.
The patriarchy fucked
she
up
has
your
an
webcam.
opinion.
So
too,
we're blaming the
but that-
Patreon and the patriarchy at the same
Publicly
time.
being sexually harassed, and nobody look at your chat. Nobody's showing me any kind of support.
Yeah, I like your
RIP5
ass,
Pac.
too.
Letting it happen.
I showed you some kind of support, but then I had to agree that your wonderful personality comes out best on camera. No, we
Was
love
that an internal?
having
flip of
you
the
no
tongue?
matter what, but we're like Pavlovianly accustomed to
Pavlovian.
your assets. We're just accustomed.
Your titties.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be that guy, but I am still
I'm
a guy.
trying to be that fucking guy.
Damn it,
All right,
Pitmonk.
I'm going to be the guy that moves on
Thank
so that
you.
this conversation ends.
Thank you.
This is the part of the show where I remind everyone to please like the stream and share it. Try to get more people in here.
And it's not just GDR's breasticles, okay?
Dude,
it's
stop.
all types of things.
Stop bringing it up.
Like when I see the puking dog, I want to go vote for the president. I want to go vote the elections. I can't help it. I'm a simple man.
Oh, actually, I'll bring it up later. Never mind. I'll bring it up later when the time comes.
Barbara Starr over at the Pentagon is getting the resignation letter from the Secretary of Defense. Tell us what he's saying, Barbara.
Okay, Wolf, we have this letter, which essentially runs 2 pages. I'm going to read it to...
So another one bites the dust.
Mattis is out as defense secretary.
Yeah.
the full text of it to everyone, but I want to give you the headline here. And what the Secretary says, what Jim Mattis says to the President of the United States is, and I quote, "Because you have the right to have a Secretary of Defense whose views are better aligned with yours on these and other subjects." He's been talking about ISIS. "Because you have the right to a Secretary of Defense whose views are better aligned with yours on these and other subjects, I believe it is right for me to step down from my position."
So his views do not align with Trump's, basically.
Yeah. Well, we don't need him anymore anyways, right?
How did they not know that before he got the job?
Has he had the job or no? Well, Trump also kind of outed the entire military in so many different ways and pissed off the military in so many different ways that you could have been there to support Trump and then slowly realize that he's a fucking asshole and says things about PTSD and shames the
I think Brett Keen's
the
rubbing
soldiers.
off on you, Billy.
Yeah, dude. I'm waterheaded. You're saying, well, how come he wasn't aligned with Trump's ideals? Because Trump didn't have any fucking ideals until he started talking shit about the military left and right. And then they realized, well, we can't really support this fucking guy. He doesn't support us. He's a fucking asshole. He calls that lady in Texas and says, yeah, you know, your son's dead, but you know what he was getting into. You know what he's getting into? Like, what the fuck?
This is what you get when you become best friends with Brett Keane, Billy.
And we don't don't need Mattis anymore. We don't even need Mattis anymore because Trump won the war in Syria. ISIS is out of Syria.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, too.
So the headline, Wolf, as we talked about a minute ago, this is Jim Mattis falling on his sword saying he cannot stay on the job. This is not Jim Mattis retiring, as the President of the United States said in a tweet. The President is not accurate. Let me now start and read you this letter that Jim Mattis has written to the President of the United States, and it'll take a minute.
Oh, God. No.
It'll take a minute.
It'll take a minute. I don't even want to hear this. Yeah, so Mattis quits. He doesn't want to be part of this. But Trump tried to claim that he was retiring.
Yeah, they're dropping left and right now. They're trying to get away from this motherfucker.
Yeah. He doesn't want to actually get into some shit that he'll end up going to jail for later.
Yeah, shit's about to hit the fan. We're going to get some Nixon-esque shit going on right now.
It's beyond Nixon now. If this is really the way it's going to fall, if all the people under investigation really have some guilt on them, this is beyond Thunderdome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So,
Kings, buddy, you're right.
Another thing I wanted to talk about, good one. Another thing I wanted to talk about was the fundraiser, the GoFundMe for the wall. It's for the wall.
I know.
It's at almost 9 million. Let me refresh it. Maybe it's gone up since I pulled up the page.
I'm sure it has.
That's fucking amazing.
For a $1 billion goal, which is going to cover what, 1/5 of the wall?
Whoa! It's gained over $250,000 since the last time I refreshed, and that's been like an hour or so.
This is fucking ridiculous.
Well, people are donating like fairly large amounts at a time too. If you scroll down, you see the recent donations. They're coming in at
$80, $50, $115.
Okay, you got a couple of 20s, but I mean, that's pretty.
It's crazy.
Well, on such a large scale, it's over 150,000 people in 3 days. What the fuck? Give this money to starving people.
Well, I'm sure a lot of poverty-stricken people are giving their fucking money.
Man, how
to
does he think this is going to work anyway? Does he think that just because he raises the money on GoFundMe, that just gives him the right to start building? Like,
well, this is Trump's way of trying to see the people want it.
Oh my God,
that's his whole.
Did Trump start the campaign? It says Brian Colfage. Is he in Trump's circle?
No, I don't think so. Actually, he says he's.
I have a verified blue check Facebook page as a public figure, and I'm a Purple Heart recipient, triple amputee veteran.
Yeah, so he's missing 3 limbs. The guy who started this.
Damn.
If you want to go for like a maximum sort of sympathetic figure to have behind this, then it's good.
Yeah, it looks like he was recently on Fox News. Well, actually, it looks like today he was scheduled for Fox News and tomorrow.
10 p.m. Eastern?
Yeah. Yeah, so this is going to go up even more.
Yeah, we might have this.
This is ridiculous, man. This pisses me off.
We're 1% of the way to the $1 billion goal? Just about 1%?
Yeah.
In 3 days.
But
just think what would happen if the 1% pitched in.
Yeah.
This
but
is
think
probably,
what like Ben said, though. That money right there could feed so many fucking Americans that are without a home. And
we could end world hunger for 30.
If they'd all become Christian, they wouldn't be hungry, though, according to G-Man. But,
we could end world hunger for $30 billion, right? Like that's the number that was put out there. To end
I don't know.
hunger.
Is that right? Is that the
30 billion? Yeah, we spend $590 billion a year on defense. How much defense would we have to defend if like most people were eating good, right? I feel like we would save a lot of money if we just made all our enemies fat around.
I mean, how would the government even go about accepting the money for
the GoFundMe?
Yeah,
well, I think what I'm saying, and you know what? Like something tells me that even if they do meet their goal, a large portion of this is never going to go towards seeing the building of a wall.
Well, that's
It's
why
going in that legless man's fucking pocket. That little legless.
Well, I
Those
think there's
places
laws.
that you're not going to hear about.
That's why we got to take the money. Fuck giving it to the government. Let's go give it to Mexico and have the Mexicans build the wall. Let's have the Mexicos build the wall.
Let's go to Mexico and let the Mexicos
We
do
can
it.
have the Mexicos build the
Damn,
wall.
Billy. Wow, it's contagious.
Sounds like a Brett Keenism there.
Yeah, yeah.
Let the Mexicos
It is,
take care of it.
man.
If we pay,
goddamn Brett,
you know how
much?
much? You know how much cheaper labor is in Mexico?
And then,
Let me tell you about my bed.
actually, Brett Keane did a new Keenism recently. It was
The last straw that took off the camel's back.
Yeah,
or something like that.
yeah, that makes sense.
Has anyone chronicled his stuff before? I mean, there's there's got to be enough there.
There's a book. There's a Keenism's book. It's drawn as like a children's book format.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I have
meant to get that book a while back. Never did get it.
We had a
This
giveaway
old
and 3
manatee.
people won it several months ago.
I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna read it live on my stream.
There you go.
Exploit you guys.
Are you gonna have your boobs out?
Trump
no,
says-
that's for a Christmas stream.
So here's a video about Trump saying that Democrats will support the wall if he calls it something different. And I want you guys to help me out figure out what the fuck this word is that he's calling the wall now.
Is it roller coaster?
Wait.
I want you to look
At this moment, there is a debate over funding border security and the wall, also called, so that I give them a little bit of an out, steel slats. We don't use the word wall necessarily, but it has to be something special to do the job. Steel slats.
Steel slats.
Steel slats.
Steel slats.
We don't call it the wall. Not because it's not actually going to be a wall and it won't span the entire border. That's not why we're not calling it a wall. We're calling it steel slats because it's pretty much just steel slats in certain areas across the border. But we're going to call it steel slats to appease the Democrats. Not
It's
for the fact
definitely
that
because
we're not building a wall. It's not a wall.
I've made my position very clear. Any measure that funds the government must include border security.
And it's going to. I like how border security is the same thing as a wall to him. It's, you know.
Look at Pence. Look at Pence back there. That's an evil-looking little fucker, ain't he?
Yeah.
That side eye going.
Yep.
Not for political purposes, but for our country, for the safety of our community. This is not merely my campaign promise. This is the promise every lawmaker made. It is the solemn promise to protect and defend the United States of America, and it is our sacred obligation. We have no choice.
People in the chat are saying it sounds like they're gonna be building a fence.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a up-to-do fence, basically.
Yeah.
Like a little more on the expensive side.
Yeah, more modern technology fence. It's not gonna be a fucking wall.
And he's already admitted that there's going to be gaps in it too.
Yeah.
So it's like
it's gonna
Brilliant.
It's gonna be the same shit.
Washington abandoned this commitment and
It should
allowed
be
millions
affordable
and
housing
millions
all
of people
across the
to enter
border.
our country illegally.
Yeah.
And over the objections of the American people. No one voiced or voted for a policy. No one endorsed this policy, and no one ratified this policy.
God, I want to.
It was a total assault on our
I just wanna
democracy
punch
itself.
Such a charming, articulate, honest man.
Yeah, he's got a punchable face, just like Billy.
Illegal
I'm
immigration
pretty.
costs our nation $275 billion a year. You hear many different numbers. You can say billions and billions, but the number that I hear most accurate is $275 billion a year at least. Millions of jobs and thousands of innocent lives.
Sounds like
In
when
life,
he's having
there
an orgasm.
billion.
certain principles worth fighting for,
I'm
principles
Kenny.
that are more important than politics, party, or personal convenience. The safety and security and sovereignty of the United States is the
really
most
deep
important
breath.
principle
Yeah.
of all.
But I mean,
You feel like he's sincere when he's saying this?
well, he's reading it, so I think someone else wrote it for him. But also, I mean, he acts like shutting down the government should be used for political leverage, and it shouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, if he doesn't get what he wants, the people that are going to suffer the most are the federal employees who are not going to be getting paid.
Yeah. Oh, you spent a little too much on Christmas this year. It's too bad. You're going to have to suffer so we can build this wall.
If we don't stand strong for our national borders, then we cease to be a nation, and we betray our commitment to the loyal citizens of our great country. I look forward to signing a bill that fulfills our fundamental duty to the American people. It is all about, and I say this in any way they want to hear it, it's all about America first. We have to put our country first. We have to put our people first.
That's such a blanket term. Anyone can do anything and claim it's putting America first. If they
and how does border control? If we don't have good border control, we cease to be a nation. That doesn't make sense.
Well, if other countries get into our nation, right, and take over our nation, then we aren't a nation.
Yeah, because a bunch of little fucking Mexicans are gonna take over our fucking
Well, that's the
nation.
point, right? Like if we have
Our Mexico's.
if we have a nation and our people are within the nation legally, and we let people outside of our nation in, then do we actually have a nation? If it's just open borders, that's their argument, right? I'm not saying that it's right or wrong.
Oh, I know.
But I do think you can say if we just let anybody in, then we're not really protecting our own people, because all the resources and assets we have here in America are available to the entire fucking world if they want it, right? And you want to protect your assets. You want to protect your people. You want to protect your jobs. You want to protect all these things. Is it right or wrong? I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on
It's
letting people in. I feel like
difficult question.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of work here that we outsource and we send to other countries, send to third world nations, because we can't afford to pay the Americans to do the work that we were doing before. And then people are coming in and undercutting the work on our soil. And I could see why people would think of themselves first rather than, the refugees that are trying to find safety. I could see why people would be selfish.
I can see that point, but also a lot of people want to yell, they're taking our jobs. They're taking jobs we don't want.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. The jobs that they're taking, some people do want those jobs. We wanted them when they paid more, when we had unions, when we had a higher dollar amount, before people came in and undercut those unions and crossed those scab lines and dropped the value down. So I'm not arguing either way here. I'm just saying I can see the other side.
Their point.
It's not just like, oh, these people are racist. They don't want brown people to live. And it's like maybe they don't look at the racist aspect because they're more worried about protecting their own families. And if you're going to fault them for worrying about their own families, what are you going to...
Here's the thing. It's not crazy to want border security, but the wall is not real border security.
It's definitely not.
It's more symbolic, and it's Trump trying to keep a promise that he made, but obviously it's going to be nothing like it was originally presented to his constituency.
It's like a last-ditch effort win for Trump. He's trying to get some sort of win here so that he can maybe
the
run on
wall's
that
going to be a segmented fence, very similar to what we already have, if it happens at all. And it's not really gonna, we could take that money and invest it in better ways of using technology to monitor the border. Maybe
creating more jobs.
Yeah, or maybe building more, rather than a wall, maybe more security outposts where more actual people can be there to monitor the border. From an outpost that they have. And I saw a thing on the news the other day. They are, the military is going to launch the next generation of GPS satellites into orbit within the next 5 to 10 years. And GPS location for both the public and the military is going to improve significantly.
Yeah.
So that's going to help us monitor the border too. So I'm pretty sure the government has access to real-time GPS.
Fuck this wall, right? Fuck this wall.
Better Billy, there were a couple of people in the chat room calling you Wild Billy.
Wild Billy?
I'm calling him Bill Keane.
I'm not saying
Mexicos. I was playing Pokemon Go and eating Chipotle the other day.
I do love Chipotle. I do love Chipotle. I'm not saying that that's how I feel. I'm just saying I try and find why people feel the way they feel, and I'm not willing to just write somebody off as racist because they don't look in the eyes of somebody who's suffering and feel bad for them. Whereas a lot of my liberal friends, like, how could you treat people like this? They're trying to be refugees, and it's like, because people
not all of them are refugees. I mean,
but the people are worried about their own fucking families.
You can't label everyone that wants to come here as a refugee, because then that just like takes away.
And you can't label everyone that doesn't want people to come over the borders illegally as a racist.
Sure,
that's what I try and find the common ground on either side, right? That's what I try and do. And when I look at it, it's like I wish we had the answers, and I feel like if we spent the money a little better, if we took this fucking border and we did build fucking affordable housing, and if you're homeless, you can go live on the fucking wall. Go down and live on the wall, man.
The wall should not happen. There's no fucking point.
But if we really wanted the wall to happen,
it's not going to be like a stable structure that people could even live on. It's going to be a fucking fence.
Not if we built the fucking condos. The Redondo wall condo.
And we have to put safety first. So thank you all very much. And we'll be working on that, Mitch and Paul and Kevin and everybody, and we'll see what we can do. But hopefully that'll all come together.
Right now
to the Farm Bill. We are proudly joined today by
there you heard the president's remarks, digging in his heels, staying firm on signaling not wanting to sign this short-term funding bill unless there is funding for the border wall. I want to bring in...
Okay. So, yeah, we've talked about that at length.
I just hope we can build a webcam that doesn't break when GDR's on, so that we can see her beautiful mask.
I understand, Billy King.
Start a GoFundMe for that.
I should. If we took this GoFundMe money right now, this $9 million, and we just gave it to Mexico and got the cheap laborers in Mexico to build this wall with resources they have on their side,
it's the dumbest idea
we
ever.
would get the wall done. To the point that Trump is trying to get it done. Those spots, we can get it done for pennies on the dollar if we use Mexican labor.
I got a song for you, Billy.
Oh, what's that?
Billy King is not my love.
Oh God.
I'm glad we have Pimp Monk here to make these quality jokes.
Superb.
Oh.
Have you guys had him back on the show at all?
No.
Pimp Monk, have you ever been on a call with Brett Keane?
Shit, about 2 years ago.
How dare you? It's disgusting.
Yeah. But he did the same thing he's doing now. He come in my chat room, be all nice and stuff, and asked me to do something with him. So I did it, and then 2 days later, video attacking Pimp Monk.
Yeah, and if he put out a video attacking me, I wouldn't care.
Well, no, I mean, I don't. I mean,
it's like he'll put an attack video on you. It's like so.
Yeah.
So
I don't have an issue with Brett.
12 people can watch it. 100 people can be like, "Oh wow, Brett's really got a good opinion on Billy here."
Yeah.
He sure knows Billy. He caught Billy being a sour boy.
Lot of those.
Another win for Brett Keane.
A lot of those.
I made it clear on my show that I don't have a problem with Brett. Really.
A lot of those views are just his sock accounts that he comes in and like comments.
Well, I actually only went in there because I thought I was going to talk to that Angels for Trump girl. She's super hot.
I love how Von Hellen was trying to claim that wasn't Brett when it was so clearly Brett. Brett has a female catfish account. Check this out. They were having the World Darts Championship. Okay?
Oh, shit.
And there was some kind of controversy because the players accused one another of farting and distracting each other.
Shut up, really?
Just spoke to Wesley.
Oh my God.
And besides that, he said you were a class player and you let him alive in the first session. And he said that it was smelly on the stage.
I thought he had shit.
Sorry?
He said, I thought he had shit.
Did he?
We're playing darts, not
I think
shots.
he thinks you did it.
You can put your finger up the arse, there'll be no smell there.
You can put your finger up my asshole. There'll be no smell there.
I thought he had shit, and I went, that's dirty. It was bad.
It was bad.
It was bad. It was a stink. I thought it was him. And he started playing better. I went, must have needed to get some wind out.
And he thought it was you.
Oh no, hands up. Swear on my kid's life. So help me God.
Swear on my kid's life.
It was
Buttholes
smelly
clean as the
anyway.
day I
It
was
smelly.
born.
Usually if I fart on stage, I shit myself.
This is fucking amazing. Why is this real? Like, you're looking at this sign off to the left of his head. They have it says arts, right? Because you can't read it. You can only assume that the whole thing is farts. That's how great darts is. It's rhymes. It's rhythmic. You can't write this shit. And you got this fucking guy, and they're able to cuss all they want over in the UK, wherever this was aired. And he's just going to town. Yeah, no, me shit myself. If it was me, I would push a fart out and I'd poop everywhere. It's like, this is nuts. This is not real life.
Related news, just like this hollow, that this is a news story.
Yeah.
I think this dude's Scottish, Billy.
Yeah.
But isn't that in the United Kingdom?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you used a damn English accent.
Because I can't do a Scottish accent.
You know that, because I
I'm
told
just
you in the
saying.
documentary. Ain't
just saying,
scared
Channel
to, if
Braveheart.
I'd farted that smelled like that, I'd put my hands up and go, oh, sorry, I need to get up.
So who was it then?
You won't tell me. You've got enough 3 boys up there. So, no, it definitely came, it was table side. And it was eggs, rotten eggs.
That's from you.
Not for me.
This is what makes darts interesting.
Yeah.
Finally, people are paying attention.
I will watch darts if it's all like this. They should make an entire HBO series.
That should be a part of how you
about
psych
darts
out the
and
other
shitting
player.
your pants playing them. Yeah.
No.
Psychological warfare.
When I was in middle school and I used to wrestle, I used to like not shower for 2 days before I would wrestle.
It's icky.
So that like when I would lay on
Yikes.
top of people or like put them in like a headlock or something.
It stinks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's gross.
I'm gonna keep them down with your pungency.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you ever like rub shit on your leotard? Some like
It's not called
fish
a
guts?
leotard.
It's a leotard, right?
No, it's called a singlet.
Oh, the singlet. My bad.
A leotard would be like, I think that's like your whole body, like a. Doesn't a leotard cover
Okay,
your
so
arms
you
and
have a
legs, too?
modified leotard, is what
It's
you're saying?
not a
it is?
leotard.
Oh,
it's called a singlet.
Oh, like a poor man's leotard, or
No, I think a leotard's like made out of spandex or something, right?
Oh, what's a singlet made out of?
I'm not sure.
And every time we
Spandex?
walked past, it was
No.
a laugh at rotten eggs. So that's why I was thinking it was him.
This type of video being real life makes me think that we live in a simulation, and there is no real life. Everything is just some robot's dream.
Will you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Will you tweet at Kurt Angle and ask him what it's like to wear a leotard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Brock Lesnar, you know.
No, I won't do that to Brock.
Do it to him too. He wore one
'Cause he wears
according to you.
tights. He doesn't wear a leotard.
Dude, he wore one as a well, it's not called a leotard, but according to you, he wore one in college when he was a wrestler.
Yeah.
Hey, Kurt Angle.
Dude, I think Kevin Nash wore one too. Yeah.
No, he wore
yeah.
he had a double strap that went into some leather pants.
He was wearing one under the pants.
Why
It was
can't
a
I can't
leotard.
find Kurt Angle on Twitter right now?
There was a few
He blocked you.
professional
He-
wrestlers who
I think he
wore a
already
singlet,
blocked me.
though.
Yeah. Like usually a lot of the guys, like the Steiners, they wore singlets originally too, because they were.
Yeah, what's the Finley wore one in WCW.
Oh, RVD. Yeah, you're right. RVD. He wears one too.
Yeah, leotard.
It's
Hey,
a-
Kurt Angle, my friend Drunken BENPAI wants to know.
Oh, okay.
Wants to know what your leotard is made out of.
Secretary Nielsen, the majority on this committee must think you're doing a fantastic job because they've ordered this hearing so that you could come before us and look tough and
look at this
remorseless just in the time for the
Remorseless.
holidays. The remorseless secretary during the holidays. Christmas, as they like to make sure and specify. I suspect that if you still have your job, which seems to always be a big question, in 3 weeks, we'll see if you still have the same sympathetic questions when you come back. I want to start by praising this administration and the role that it's had. Because there's one thing that this administration's done better than any other administration in American history, and that is lie. I still remember the first day when the press secretary came out and said this is the largest inauguration crowd ever in the history of America.
He's very mad, and he's being very snarky.
Of course, everybody laughed because there were more people at other inaugurations. And the president's own remarks, on a world stage, the UN General Assembly, he said he had accomplished more as president than anyone before him. And the world laughed because the evidence was plain to see that that just wasn't true. But specifically in the area of Homeland Security, lying has become elevated to an...
Wow, Ryback, Big Show, Kurt Angle, RVD, Earthquake, Typhoon.
Yeah, all guys that wore great leotards.
No, an astounding level of mendacity. President Trump descended the golden escalators at Trump Tower to announce his candidacy by saying Mexico was sending us the worst. Rapists, murderers. Then he said he was required to break up migrant families because of bad laws that the Democrats gave us. How about the one about Mexico paying for the wall? You want $5 million and you want $5 billion and you want the American public to pay for it. Isn't Mexico supposed to pay for it? Wasn't that the campaign promise?
I like how she hasn't... Yeah, I mean, he does just keep asking one question after another. So I guess...
Oh, so much snark.
Yeah, it is. I mean, a lot of it is true, but yeah, it is snarky as fuck.
Yeah.
No, that's just another lie. And all about the ones about the massive invasion via the immigrant caravan that was...
Yeah, that is definitely a leotard.
Is that like what you would wear when you would wrestle?
No, it was more like what Kurt Angle would wear when he wrestles, only not as designed, more simple. Yeah. That looks more like what Joe wore in your Batman video than what someone who wrestles
That was
would wear.
definitely a leotard.
Yeah, that was a leotard.
In America.
Did Finley wear one in WCW?
How about when Trump said, good people among the Nazis and white supremacists demonstrating. That time, nobody was laughing, but the evidence was plain to see, and these are gigantic lies. I remember when the CHC met with your predecessor, your boss now, the former Secretary of Homeland Security, and he dropped a few whoppers himself.
See,
The
Ben,
most
I
memorable
searched
for me is
wrestling
when he
leotard,
sat-
and this came
I
up.
want everybody-
Is this what you
weren't
wrestled
there.
in, Ben?
When he sat with the...
Yeah. Yes. Holy shit. Where did you find that picture of
I
me?
just searched wrestling leotard. It's available on Amazon. For,
I don't want
for those
that
that want to
getting out
use
there.
For those that want to
get
use our
access
link
to this private Instagram account, or
Yeah,
what?
did you...
For those that want to use our Amazon link, you can pick up this wrestling leotard on Amazon right now.
Did you hack into my cloud or something?
Yeah, it does. I used the link below.
The link below.
Hispanic Congressional Caucus in the Capitol in a room full of Hispanic members of Congress, most of whose parents and grandparents were immigrants that didn't speak English when they came here. And he said to us, and he looked us in the eyes and he said, the reason we can't have too many poor and educated Latinos in America is because they will never assimilate into American culture like...
Wow, okay, get to your point now. Yeah, you've been going on for a while. Oh, he took his glasses off. I hope that's the good part.
It is repugnant to me and astonishing to me that during Christmas, I like to call them the holiday seasons to be inclusive, but during Christmas, because the majority always wants to just call it Christmas, that during Christmas...
Oh, whatever. Who gives a shit about...
During Christmas? Oh, shit, I just said Christmas.
Don't prove them right by complaining that they want to call it Christmas. Just act like you don't care what people call
Well,
it.
he slipped up by calling it Christmas. Then he had to go step back. Like, I meant to say holidays because I want to be inclusive. But God damn it, they say Christmas because that's the majority wants it. So I'll go back to Christmas to show that I wasn't actually wrong by saying Christmas the first time around.
Christmas.
You know what? You're an expert in mental gymnastics, and that's why you got that so quickly.
Yeah.
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 Yep. You did a Keenism where you called a singlet a leotard, and then you doubled down on it. The same way he would.
Made a nice little bit about it. Pulled a picture of a mankini, shared it with the audience.
That was like Borat's weird thing that he was wearing.
But I typed in wrestling leotard, and that was the first thing that came up.
That's because there's no such thing as a wrestling leotard.
Oh, I think we're just arguing semantics now.
No, it's something different.
It's a singlet.
time in which we
But
celebrate the birth of
it's
Jesus
a tough
Christ.
leotard.
A Jesus Christ who had to flee for his life with Mary and Joseph. Thank God there wasn't a wall that stopped him from seeking refuge.
There is a
in
wall
Egypt.
around Israel now.
Thank God that wall wasn't there. And thank God there wasn't an administration like this.
Maybe that's
or
why
he would have
Jesus
proved-
hasn't came back yet, because he keeps being re fucking incarnated in Palestine, and they blow his ass up every fucking
Oh my
year.
God.
Thank God there wasn't a wall then. Well, there is now. And Jesus just happens to respawn on the wrong side of it. Guess 2,000 years of history put the actual place where Jesus was born a little off the map. Nobody wanted to say the Son of God was born in Palestine, so they just, they just said it was Bethlehem. It was in Bethlehem, not that Palestine over there. Now
Shame
he's
on us
respawning, trying to
for wearing
save the
our
fucking
badge.
world. They keep blowing his ass up.
of Christianity during Christmas and allow the secretary to come here and lie. Thank you.
Time of the gentleman has expired. If the secretary would care to respond to any of that.
Only then to say that calling me a liar are fighting words. I'm not a liar. We've never had a policy for family separation. I'm happy to walk the gentleman through it again. A policy of family separation would mean that any family that I encountered in the interior, I would separate. It would mean that any family that I found at a port of entry, I would separate. It would mean that every single family that I found illegally crossing, we would separate. We did none of those. What we did do is uphold the laws that Congress has passed, and we prosecuted those who choose to come here illegally. As far as not being compassionate, let me just tell you what I have done. And of course, he couldn't be bothered to stay, so I'm happy to tell the rest of the committee. What we have done is we have worked extensively with the Northern Triangle countries to find ways to help vulnerable populations as soon in their journey as possible.
Interesting.
He talked for like 40 minutes, and then she talked for like 4 seconds, and he was like, I'm out.
Oh, I don't even know how much longer she talked, but yeah, he didn't even
he
stick
was
around.
out. He was out
Yeah.
after like 4 seconds. He was like,
Yeah.
nope.
Didn't.
I said my piece, bitch. I'm out. And I didn't even say Christmas on purpose. I meant happy holidays. Damn it. I put it on you that I said Christmas because of your white majority.
Yeah. Even though he personally celebrates Christmas. so.
I mean, let's be honest. Everybody celebrates Christmas.
Not everybody.
I mean, yeah, I was talking to some girl in Israel last night, and she was like, have a good Christmas. I don't get to celebrate because I'm Jewish. And I'm like, that's too bad. Maybe I'll light a fucking Christmas tree on fire for you because I don't have a menorah. But that's why I think happy holidays. I think it's like, I don't care what you celebrate. I care what I celebrate. Because my holiday's not going to get any happier because you celebrate something I don't celebrate, right? Holidays are about selfishness. Getting the best gift. You know, even when you're giving a gift, you're like, I'm going to give the best gift to this person. So all the other gifts suck in comparison to my gift. It's all about consumerism here in the United States. If your holiday isn't about consumerism, then it's not going to make the top 10 holiday list because corporate.
Well, that's why Black Friday exists, right?
Black Friday is the #1 holiday. Everybody celebrates Black Friday.
I had a job where Black Friday was actually a paid holiday.
Really?
So I would get Thanksgiving and Black Friday
that
off
happens
back
a lot.
to back.
The kids get Black Friday off from school. You know, you get the whole Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you always get Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah,
so
but
they're like,
most jobs don't do that.
yeah, but now Black Friday is the best holiday because you actually have to overstaff.
Not if you work at Walmart.
Yeah, well, that's why. That's for corporations. They're like, this is a holiday where we make people work extra hours. This is perfect. I remember back in the day before Black Friday took off, I was a little ass kid. The whole weekend kind of went dark. You know, you couldn't get a McDonald's on Thanksgiving, and who would want to? If you wanted to get a little fast food, you had to do like they did in the Christmas Carol and go to the Chinese restaurant and get some Peking duck.
Okay, what's your point?
My point is, the corporations took over, man.
It's a holiday situation.
Corporations took over, man.
Okay.
Now every holiday is all about the money. So if you're gonna say Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, doesn't matter as long as you got happy bank accounts. Fuck you, pay me. That's what the holidays are about now. Don't hold on to
It's a
this
Hallmark
sentiment.
holiday, man.
Don't hold on to this bullshit sentiment that, oh, it's baby Jesus. It's baby Jesus. He was a sweet boy, died for us. That's not what anybody fucking cares about.
Yeah.
Some people
I
do.
care about it.
Some
really.
people who are misguided, and those same people are throwing money at Joel Osteen to go see his super show in the middle of a mega church. So good for them, because they're paying into the God coffers. I hope you got a nice little plot in heaven for you to lay in after
I
you
love
die.
baby Jesus.
Check this out. Marlboro, they're purchasing the company that makes Juul e-cigarettes.
Getting a majority stake in it or a 30% stake?
Something like
I
that.
think it's a 30% stake.
Altria has purchased a 35% stake in e-cigarette company Juul Labs. The maker of Marlboro agreed to a 12 point...
Well, they know that's what the 16-year-olds are into these days, right?
The Juuls?
Yeah. Yeah, I see it on the news all the time. They're like, teenagers are using Juuls, you know. But whatever. I mean, when I was a teenager, I smoked cigarettes. So, you know, teenagers are going to do what they want to do, you know, and they're in a hurry to become adults, a lot of them, you know what I mean?
I went to a vape party a couple weeks ago. And
That's so gay.
I wasn't vaping. It was just some friends of mine. They own a vape shop. And I showed up, and it's like all these 30, 40-something people. And then there was like a handful of these 19-year-old girls that were like vaping there. It was fucking weird, man. The whole
Honestly,
room was
though,
vape
like
clouds.
going from smoking to vaping is still a good idea health-wise.
No,
it's
it's
not
not.
much of a huge step, but it's you know, like at least vaping.
We
is
still
safer
look
than smoking
cooler.
it. Okay, well, yeah, the coolness factor, obviously. I don't know. I think e-cigarettes look pretty cool, depending on which one it
Yeah,
is.
e-cigarettes are like Star Trek, the smoke generation.
Yeah,
the vape
you can pretend
generation.
you're like sci-fi.
Yeah, you got.
I just find a lot of vapors, people who vape, are kind of like vegans. They take it too fucking. They want. You've got to do this now because I do this. Fuck my balls.
Which is cheaper is a good question between vaping and smoking.
I think
actual
vape is cheaper.
Vaping is 100%.
Yeah.
Well, no, not necessarily.
Well, tell me how it's not.
Hold on, we did the math. We did the math, and we determined that if you smoke 4 packs a day and cigarettes cost.
It depends on what you buy, though. It depends on what you buy, and like sometimes I roll my own. I have a machine and everything, and I average out 75 cents a pack. So that's really
bullshit.
No,
75 cents a pack?
When you roll cigarettes, when you roll tobacco, it averages out 78 cents a pack.
I don't believe that
It's
for a
much
second.
cheaper to roll you
I
around.
don't give a fuck what you believe. It's true.
I think you're doing some pimp math there.
I think you're doing some dumbassness.
Nope.
No, it is considerably cheaper to you. I don't know by how much. I don't know if he's right by that, but it is considerably
In
cheaper
Mississippi,
to
now
roll.
you got
It
to
is,
understand where
but-
we're at now.
So Pimp
In
Monk goes.
Mississippi, everything's cheaper.
So those cigarettes you smoking now, you rolled yourself.
No.
How
I'm smoking the expensive shit right now.
Every time I ever seen Pimp Monk, he's not smoking rolled cigarettes.
Yeah.
No, it's a Marlboro's is what I normally smoke, but like when I'm at home.
So
I
let's
sometimes roll.
assume a pack of marbles is $5. Is that about how much you pay for them?
Well, I pay like $4.70 something. So yeah, close.
Okay, so $5, and okay, so like you pay $4.70 something after taxes, basically, right?
Well, no, it's about $5 after taxes. You're right.
Okay.
$5.60 are Marlboros in Mississippi.
$5.60?
No, not Marlboro Special Select. Nope, that's not true.
Yeah, a pack of cigarettes here in Washington are like $10.
So
or more.
$5, and you smoke 4 packs a day. And that's times
Well, I smoke
360.
3 packs a day, not 4.
Okay, well, 4 packs a day is $7,300 a year.
Mm-hmm.
You could like buy a car.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, look at all the weed you smoke.
Listen how defensive he's getting. Weed is cheaper, and there's no way I smoke as much weed as you smoke.
And I think
cigarettes.
weed is better for you than cigarettes.
No.
Tommy Chong, motherfucker.
No.
I don't think Ben could smoke as much weed as you smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, dude. If I
I
smoked,
smoke entirely too much. I smoke entirely.
if I smoked a joint for
I
every
don't
cigarette,
defend it, though. I mean, I don't defend it. I know it's a bad habit and it's expensive. I mean, it's a habit, though. I can't,
there's no way I could smoke a joint for every cigarette you smoke. I would be fucking like laying down, sleeping all day.
I was just fucking with you.
I think that we should go on a vape month where all of us vape for 1 month and don't do anything else, and see what that does to our bodies.
$8 billion deal.
Before, and I mean, like, your throat gets better, but I don't like vaping versus smoking.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't smoke. I don't vape. I don't do any of that shit.
With
my only
Juul being valued at $38 billion.
my only habit was eating, and I had to stop that.
Double what it was just months ago, and makes Juul more valuable than Airbnb and SpaceX. The deal will give Altria a third of Juul's board seats upon antitrust clearance. Promotional material for Juul products will also be added to Marlboro cartons under the deal, a statement confirms. The move helps Altria move into business avenues with higher growth as smoking continues to decline, with Juul marketing itself as a brand hoping to help smokers quit.
Does this make you crave a cigarette watching this?
The deal also follows
Smokers?
He's already smoking. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm already smoking.
Smokers in general, like when you watch a cigarette burn like that, because it kind of reminds me of watching a burger like sizzle, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
You know what makes me want to smoke is when people bitch about my smoking. That's what makes me want to smoke.
Really?
Yeah. When when I watch Truth commercials or people like, you smoke entirely too much, Bill Monk, I'm like, okay, I want to smoke one.
When's the last time you wanted to smoke, though? Like, haven't you always just been smoking?
No, I did quit one time for about a month.
Damn.
And it was miserable. It was the most miserable month of my fucking life. I hated it.
Really? I like that you tried for a month, dude. That's cool.
That was a long time ago, though. It was like
a hard time adjusting, did you?
Yeah, it was like, oh, fuck, dude. I was back in my mid-20s, and I was already had a bad attitude, so that just made it worse. Yeah, so...
I just want you to.
But yeah, I mean, first of all, let me say this: I never defend it. I know it's a bad habit. I know it's too expensive of a habit. I'm not fucking retarded. I know it's like that, but it's. Hey, I'm addicted. I'm like a fucking crackhead when it comes to this shit.
I just want you to quit smoking pole, you fucking weirdo.
I love pole. I will never quit smoking my dick.
I love you.
Love you more.
Beautiful.
And somebody said, "Hippo's getting pissy."
True. I know you're not even done.
Pissy.
You're not even done with that cigarette, and you're getting cranky enough to light up a second one and just double fist them.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. It is actually like a lot of times I don't even want the cigarette. It's actually a habit just having one in your hand. Really, that's the thing. And especially when I'm like doing these live streams and shit, I smoke way more doing these live streams and stuff than I do like just sitting here watching a movie or something.
Really?
Like when I'm talking, I don't know why that is. Like when I'm in a group of people, I'll smoke more. Like when I'm talking to you guys, like when we were in California, I smoked more for some reason. But I smoke a lot anyway.
I think it's a way to busy your fingers, honestly.
Yeah, and it's also like, it's when you get nervous, you'll light up, shit like that,
You should get like one of those rawhide sticks that dogs chew on. They're about the size of a cigarette.
And chew on it?
Yeah, just have that in your hand instead of the cigarette and just chew the rawhide every once in a while. See if that helps.
Yeah.
Did you hear about this, Billy?
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Nintendo reportedly going after Souljaboy over new handheld console.
Yeah, new.
The Soulja game, I think it's called.
It's a Game Boy.
I kind of want one.
Souljaboy. Yeah, I mean, technically they're releasing two consoles. They're releasing the main console, and then they're releasing a handheld. So
rapper Souljaboy has been going hard when it comes to offering his own version of gaming consoles to fans with a growing number of systems available to buy on his website. There's just one key problem with this big plan. These systems aren't his to sell. Almost every single one of the offered consoles is a blatant knockoff of something else, and now it looks like Nintendo has reached out about one handheld in particular, and the result could end in jail time. Wow, I want to get a Souljaboy Mini before they go off the market.
Yeah, like I didn't read much about them, but I did read that somebody was saying that you could access games for the PlayStation, for the PC, for like a bunch of other consoles on it, and I think maybe that's part of this problem.
You can get
it's a hack.
Yeah, you can get like one of these off of Wish.com or Groupon. They have these little handheld devices.
Yeah, like one of those third-party. Yeah.
Yeah, and they put emulators on them, right? ROMs or whatever. So like you can load it up with whatever you want.
Like this one comes with them, but this one comes with something like 800 or something like built in included games. So
you buy that off
probably,
Wish.
Yeah.
It's probably all illegal, right? It is illegal, right? He might get in big trouble for this.
I would imagine.
That's
Like,
too
my
bad.
dad is a huge collector of handheld like consoles, like any kind, and so I've bought him tons of these kind of knockoff, made in China, comes with X number of games, don't ask from where types. You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a lot of those out there. I even I bought a Super Nintendo Classic Mini system, and I just modded it and put as many other games as I wanted.
I had some acquaintances that hacked Souljaboy, and they got in his emails and they found a song that was a remix of the SpongeBob SquarePants song. And he sent it to like some producer he worked with, and the producer's reply was, "This is shit. Don't let this see the light of day." It was like so bad. I had it for a while, then I lost my laptop, and I'm so bummed I don't have that fucking song because it was just the worst. I loved it.
Damn.
I hope Souljaboy makes a ton of money and doesn't go to jail selling these consoles. But if he goes to jail for selling video games, that sucks.
I kind of want one.
I want one too. I want to get the Souljaboy Mini before they go extinct, before the feds raid and take all his product.
Then maybe they'll be rare later.
All I want for Christmas is a Souljaboy Mini.
So I think we're going to take a quick break for 1 minute, just 1 minute here. A word from our sponsors. When we come back, we're going to read some Streamlabs
I wonder
and
how
super
many
chats.
people we triggered with that cigarette.
We'll be right back, guys.
I'm gonna smoke one.
Use your sports and pop culture knowledge to make some extra cash this week with BetDSI. BetDSI.com has been paying winners for 20 years. With a really user-friendly interface and a mobile site and the fastest payouts in the industry, it's no wonder BetDSI is top-rated on betting review sites. Simply play, win, and get paid. BetDSI offers betting options for everything from NFL, NCAA football, NBA, NHL, UFC, and all other major sports to politics, reality TV, esports, virtually everything. There's also live betting, which lets you bet on games through the entire matchup, every play and every minute until the end. I played it myself and recommend BetDSI if you want to add some excitement to the sports you're already watching. Try for yourself. New members get a 100% bonus match promo using code PEASANTS. That's PEASANTS. That's more than double your money to start winning today. Just go to betdsi.com and use promo code PEASANTS to get this limited time 100% bonus offer and make some extra cash on the sports you know and love. It's only a game until you bet at it. BetDSI.
All right, we're back. Yeah, Billy, what you should do then, since you said you were 100% sure Trump will get reelected, you should go to BetDSI and put down a fucking ton of money betting on Trump to win reelection.
All right.
Then you get paid like
Yeah,
crazy.
no, I'll get rich. That's awesome. I'm going to take whatever they...
Because you can bet on that kind of shit there.
I'm going to take that entire GoFundMe for the wall and put it up on BetDSI. I don't know. Do I think Trump will get reelected? I 100% think that there's nobody that can beat him, but he can beat himself, right? He can take himself out of the game if he gets charged. Then it's different. But as of recently, I don't see a contender to dethrone Papa Trump, and that's all I'm saying.
I'm pulling up the Streamlabs. It'll be just a second here. Just because you don't see one now doesn't mean one won't pop up within
Somebody
the
says,
next year.
I don't feel like Billy watches sports. Well, BetDSI lets you bet on all types of things, not just sports. So it's great to use. You could bet on like TV and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, they have all kinds of weird bets on there. There's pop culture bets, but then there's also sporting.
Yeah, you could bet on puking dog to win.
No.
You can't?
No.
Damn.
No, they only list real candidates that actually have a chance of winning.
Sounds super defeatist.
It's not about defeat. It's about winning money.
It's about the puke. It's not about
So,
defeat.
first Streamlabs of the night was from Jables. Oh, Billy, don't lie about the love you share off stream.
Love you share.
Jeremiah Kunk, $5. Isn't a leotard a really stupid large cat.
That's a leopard.
A leotard.
It's a leopard.
Justin Warmke. I don't know how to fucking say it.
Warmke.
$5. They didn't say anything. They just gave us $5.
My dude.
Fidel Castro, £3. A pack of Marlboro cigarettes cost £12.57 in the UK.
Wow.
What's that in US?
Or
currency?
59. I mean it changes, but I think the pound's worth like $1.40. 1 pound is worth like $1.40 right now.
It depends on where you like. In Philadelphia, they're like $12 a fucking pack.
Yeah, this would be even more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Death Wish Cassidy. Pimp Monk doesn't spend shit on cigarettes. You should look at the Australian prices. A pack of 20 cost me like $35. Also, Billy is a traitor. Go on the morning wood.
Is worse in Australia.
Yeah, Billy is a traitor.
Look, I would have done morning wood at least 4 times by now if I wake up at that moment.
I know
in the
you
morning.
would. I know you.
Especially because you have like Kirsch on there a lot, and that's my baby. mama.
He'd wake up for Onision, Pimp Monk. If Onision
Yeah, I
needed him to
know.
be awake. Look at
I hung out with Onision last night. I played go-karts. First time I ever fit in a go-kart that I can remember. Maybe I did when I was a kid, but I don't think I did. First time I ever got in a go-kart, I beat Onision, Joe, and my buddy Eugene at go-karts. I was fucking Bowser on the track. I was the last one on the track. I was the 4th car on the track, and I was the first one in the finish line because I was so beast, dude. I just laid on the gas, and because I was so fat, I could take every corner. It was awesome. I just zoomed around everybody, bumped into Joe because he wouldn't let me pass him, lapped everybody. It was sweet. They should have never given me wheels.
Yeah.
I was spraying oil on the track, throwing banana peels. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Awesome.
We did laser tag too. It was me, Onision, Joe, and Eugene versus like 3 little kids. We totally beat them.
What a surprise.
Totally beat those kids.
My last message didn't send. What I meant to say was that I once met a dude who rolled his cigarettes in Bible pages. Huh, interesting.
Yeah, I know a lot of people who use Bible pages to smoke weed and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The white paper in the Bible
It
that's
burns
like
slowly.
in between pages is really good burning paper, right?
Yeah.
Someone else sent one in that said, I did the math. Oh, shit. I don't know what just happened there. I did the math, and Pimp smokes 9.3 hours a day.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, you really need a life.
Well, he might be able to afford one with all the cigarettes he's not smoking.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
goddamn, sit there and ad all the time and watch me. That's fucking ridiculous,
Pimp
man.
Monk.
Stalking me, dog?
They're
Come on.
saying it's cheaper and more healthy for you to just eat donuts all day.
Probably it is. But it's not as enjoyable.
Damn it. I wish I would have smoked. Then I could really comment on this. I have no idea what smoking is like.
I got to the point where smoking was so gross, like cigarette smoking anyway, was so gross to me that I could not finish a whole cigarette anymore. I just couldn't do it.
The closest I ever got to smoking was
But
like
yeah,
making out
you
with
smoke
girls
every
that
time you're
smoke.
around me, Ben.
Yeah, it's contagious. I haven't smoked a cigarette in months now.
Yeah, you will next time we meet up.
Damn.
Damn.
It's the cigarette effect.
It's part of our,
the cigarette
it's part of
effect.
our bromance, bro.
The
It's part of our
cigarette effect.
bromance. Yes, the cigarette effect. There you go.
Thank you, God. Here.
Thanks for the money, God.
Have money, humans.
Everything is froze for me. It's what happens.
What else do we have here? Oh, looks like I don't even need to play the video. They're gonna pass a farm bill where they're finally gonna legalize hemp growing for American farmers because for whatever reason they wouldn't let them grow hemp even though they weren't growing cannabis. They were just growing plants for hemp fiber.
There was that rumor that it was because Hearst, the paper guy,
Yeah.
didn't want to have the competition because he invested in pulp.
Right.
But
well, that's that. I mean, that's true for why cannabis was illegal in the United States.
That's what they say. Yeah, I don't know if it's.
But like they could have kept the actual drug illegal and left like farming hemp for fibers. They could have kept that legal.
Yeah.
We already do have a lot of like clothing and stuff, hemp soap.
It's grown other places.
Yeah, it's crazy how much stuff it can make.
Well, why is growing that plant illegal when it's legal to have the actual products made from the plant? I don't understand that.
There's a lot that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a conspiracy to hold us down as humanity.
Some people flew their drones too close to an airport in London, and it stayed shut down for quite a while. Yeah.
We need to hearing about that kind of shit pisses me off so much because I'm actually a drone enthusiast. And I'm actually part of a local fan club, and a lot of my friends are into that. And when you hear about that kind of stuff, it just means regulations for recreational flyers get like worse and more limited.
Yeah.
There's not a great many places within like a reasonable driving distance I can go to like go and fly my things. So
do you need a license where you live?
Yes, depending on the size of the drone that you're using.
Yeah.
My buddy's got a license.
Yeah, you need one here.
I think it cost him like 10 grand, I think, to get.
Absolute.
Well, there's
chaos.
people that use it for work as well, and like the hoops you have to jump through for that, I believe, are pretty fucked up as well.
Oh, we're pretty soon. I mean, eventually, because we're in Seattle and Amazon is headquartered here, we're gonna have all kinds of drones flying around here.
Yeah.
I mean, they've talked about building like skyscraper launching pads for these drones.
They've talked about making the launching pads zeppelins.
Yeah, I've seen
They're
that
talking
too.
about making them like an Amazon delivery service and stuff like that. I think that's going to be an issue though, because like already people are making sport out of like shooting them out of the sky and stuff. So I don't know.
I don't know if that would happen as much in Seattle.
Yeah.
If you start shooting up in the air in a metropolitan area, you're probably going to get...
Probably not.
Yeah, you're probably going to get chased down. Plus, these drones might have like badass cameras on them, and they'll be able to take your picture when you're aiming up at the fucking drone. And they'll have you dead to rights.
Some of them are already like 8K quality. I mean, if you're looking to get one in the thousands of dollars of range, then yeah, you can get something really great.
Yeah.
I remember I saw an interview with the president of Uber, and he was talking about how he wanted flying Ubers someday.
Yeah.
And I looked at an example of what it was, and it basically was an unmanned drone, like a giant drone that was unmanned, that you would just ride to your destination.
A little coffin.
I would like to try that. Right here.
A helicoffin.
Helicopter.
That'd be pretty sweet, actually. Just show up and like, all right, hop in. And you're like, okay.
Probably be expensive at first.
Yeah, but then when it wasn't, you could just send your little kid to like the store to pick up some milk. They sit in their helidrone. I'm down for the future, man. I'm so done with the past. I don't want to point out all the things of the past that we still adhere to today, but I mean, between religion and happy holidays, tradition, get rid of it. Nobody does it right. Why would we have holidays if we weren't just happy 365 days a year? We don't need that bullshit Christmas shit.
Aren't you ready for a more futuristic, optimistic, technological future, like some Back to the Future hoverboard shit, Billy? Aren't you ready for that?
I'm all in on that.
I mean, in Back to the Future, Biff Tannen is like a super powerful billionaire that has political aspirations.
He's Donald Trump.
That's in Back to the Future 2 because he fucks up and gets the betting book.
Yeah.
That's in Back to the Future 2, and that's in Super Mario. They both.
Oh, with Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper was King
my
Koopa
God,
was Trump.
I haven't seen that in forever.
That shit wild, fam. But I don't know. I'm excited for the drones. Let them come in. Let them. If some redneck wants to shoot a drone down, let him get his picture taken and go to jail for trying to shoot down the robot. Here's something. Did you hear about in Japan about a year ago? They had a robot that murdered 29 people.
No.
What?
I saw this on like a news thing, and I don't know if it's real or fake news or not.
I didn't even get to talk about the fucking airport closure.
Oh, the airport closure?
Yeah.
Because they're flying a drone close.
What?
Because we talked about drones for like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Has erupted there.
20 seconds.
London's Gatwick Airport is that nation's second largest. Now, 2 rogue drones overnight illegally flew into restricted airspace. All the runways had to be shut down. As police put on a cat and mouse chase here, planes were grounded. They still are. All EasyJet flights have been canceled. Tens of thousands of passengers have been affected. Authorities are now saying they believe this was a deliberate act to disrupt.
What'd you say?
Jacksepticeye, the YouTuber, he got stuck at the airport because of this.
Up until that moment, I thought this was a bad thing.
Flights during the busiest travel day of the holiday season, and reports are that police have called in the Army to deal with the situation. It will not reopen before tomorrow morning. Now, joining us in a Fox Business exclusive is the man himself who predicted the rise of the drones, venture capitalist Tim Draper. Tim, thank you for coming on in a Fox Business exclusive. You know, you had real foresight 5 years ago.
My pleasure, Liz. It should be fun, huh?
Fun, yeah. They're not having fun in Gatwick.
That damn delay.
But you had this foresight 5 years ago. And in fact, I want to play a soundbite from 5 years ago where I was doing our 3 Days in the Valley shoot. By the way, we're bringing...
All right, I don't care. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. You don't want to see what his sound clip was from 5 years ago that's so prophetic they had to bring him back to talk about a fucking airplane closure.
Yeah. Fuck, when drones first came out, there were no regulation on them. People could just fly them anywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But the jackass who did this is really fucking retarded.
I wouldn't say that.
I'm talking about it's fucking up, people, like she was saying, people who really do enjoy drones.
Yeah, I mean,
stuff.
obviously it was deliberate, and the one place you definitely shouldn't fly a drone around is an airport.
Or the White House.
Well, it sucks, because like we already have enough regulations if you're a recreational flyer. And on top of that, you also sometimes get shit on by regular folks. Like there's a few videos you can find on YouTube of people making a big deal when somebody's flying in a designated space. So they try to fake them out and call the police on them saying that they attacked me with the drone and stuff, even though in the footage it plainly shows that, no attack occurred. So there's people like that.
Yeah, well, they're dumb as fuck. I mean, don't they know drones have cameras on them?
Yeah. Well, a lot of the time, a lot of the time it's women. And so it's like, she'll call up the police like, oh, he was using it to spy on me and look up my skirt and stuff like that. There's been a lot of instances of that. And every time it's been fake because the footage proved otherwise.
Yeah.
How do you get a drone to look up someone's skirt? You got to fly it under their legs?
Yeah.
Very careful flying.
Yeah, that's some Millennium Falcon maneuvering right there.
Yeah, like you'd be better off just like running up and like looking under it on your own. It'd be easier, wouldn't it?
I mean, cheaper.
Yeah. Well,
like just get that skateboard, right? Because we don't have hoverboards yet. Get that skateboard that Marty McFly had in the first movie or whatever, and just roll around on your back on the skateboard and slide underneath ladies' legs, just like
beautiful.
I see a coder.
I heard someone just made a $50,000 donation to the wall, or someone said that in the chat. I don't know if there was one or if they said. Actually, I don't see it. Maybe they were just saying they wanted to make one. But yeah, it's almost at 10 million.
It's almost at 1% of the goal.
And by the way, Ben, somebody just sent me a link. There were actual troops called in because of these drones.
Wow.
Yeah, so
you can never be too safe when Jacksepticeye is flying out of.
Oh yeah. Here is the 6 hours ago. This was the highest donation, 50,000 from an anonymous donor.
Are you serious?
Yeah, these are the highest ones.
That was
Is it one of your viewers that decided to donate because they saw it on
Yeah,
your
thanks.
show?
Thank you,
because
Finn.
this is 6 hours ago.
Is Drunken Peasants to
it was
blame?
Finn. It was Finn.
Thank you, Finn. It's not a wall from Canada though, dude.
Yeah.
Jesus. I cannot believe this shit.
That's crazy.
This is going to be such a disaster when the wall never happens and they'll have to figure out what to do with all this money. The person who started it won't be able to keep it if it's not actually going towards what it says it's for.
Or he could go build a wall himself, brick by brick.
I mean, he would have to buy the land to do it.
Steel slats, Billy. Steel slats.
Steel slats.
Is GoFundMe one of the sites that you have to meet your goal to get the money? I'm not sure.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how it's worded. I didn't read it, so I don't know.
Stuff like Kickstarter, you need to meet your goal for them to pay you out. So I'm wondering if GoFundMe works the same way.
I'm not sure, but I think you can actually, get early funds out of the GoFundMe. You used to could. I don't know about now.
Mm.
I think. I might be wrong.
I'm just glad that Trump's finally doing something to make this wall a success by not even being the person behind the GoFundMe, but taking all the credit for it. That's good.
Yeah. Steel slats.
Steel slats. Solid steel sluts. Ooh.
My favorite.
All right. First we have Von Helton.
Von Helton.
Cool.
I want to see him and Brett in a steak eating contest, just gumming.
I never understood
Sounds
this watching
appetizing.
full screen thing. What is that all about?
He
Watching
wants
full-
I don't know. It's some
He wants your undivided attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, you know what will get me viewer retention? If I tell them to watch in full screen.
And he has the copyright, the FBI warning.
As I have told you many, many times.
I know I don't
You
have the
have-
best beard, but mine's way better than that shit.
Yeah, well, I don't even know what that is.
That's like fucking. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure there's a character in the Dark Crystal that looks just like Von Helton. I'm pretty
It
sure.
looks like literally cobwebs.
Is it one of the
coming from his skin.
Skeksis or?
I don't know. It has like weird chin pubes like
They're
that.
making another Dark Crystal. Netflix
Are
is
they
funding
are
it.
they making a remake or a sequel, Billy?
I think it might be a prequel, but I don't think it's a remake.
I kind of want to see it.
Yeah, no, Netflix is doing it, so they probably got a lot of the original.
Ooh, Netflix. I don't know. I'm like maybe.
You don't like Netflix?
Sometimes they're like hit or miss. Largely.
Ben's not happy with this digression. He's very angry right now.
Sorry.
It's not your fault. It's this sweet boy over
my
here.
fault.
No,
Let's go
it's
back
not.
to talking about Von Helton and his Islamophobia.
Islam on the rise. Now, before I do anything, I need to make a correction because somebody had floated a story about Islam in Dearborn, Michigan, which was from a satire website and was not real. Okay, basically the story was that Islam had gotten so strong in Michigan that they were starting to force Christians to sing Islamic hymns in the schools.
Yeah, and you tweeted that out like it was real, and it wasn't. I saw that on his Twitter, on the Von Helton News Network Twitter. That's the name of his Twitter.
Is
that what it's called?
Shocked man doesn't check his sources.
Oh fuck, he's
shocked.
He's always using these really weird like conspiracy theory websites.
Why check sources when you can check sorceries?
I mean, Dearborn, Michigan is, a mid-sized American city that has like a 48% Muslim population. So
Really?
it is pretty unique. Yeah.
Maybe we need to full screen to be able to read that low res picture in the
Yeah.
corner there.
Yeah.
Plays.
I mean,
They look like mason jars, but they're supposed to be Muslims with their little...
I feel like this satire website went over the line and should be taken.
That's what they look like.
That's good. That's good.
Some poor lady, some poor lady slaved over a hot stove to make those jams, and we're over here picking on her.
The Muslim jam.
Why doesn't he wear his crushed velvet cape anymore?
I think we talked too much shit about it.
that's Is that a thing he used to wear?
Yeah, he's become a sorcerer, and he would wear.
I would. He should totally wear that again.
He's got that. He's wearing that pentacle necklace there. He would wear that one and a T-shirt, a red T-shirt that had a pentacle on it as well.
Is this a satanic situation? I see the pentacle in the lower right corner. Is this like a Satanist situation?
No.
What is this, man?
It's a
Pagan, or?
a pagan situation.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a pagan.
Yeah.
Okay.
If the pentacle was upside down, it would be Satanist.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Pardon the.
How dare you offend all the pagan situation?
Did he always have
sorry.
that Care Bear
I'm
up
sorry.
next to his collection of Encyclopedia Dramaticas?
Oh, I see that.
Yeah, he has a Care Bear, and yes, that is the world's only printed copy of Encyclopedia Dramatica.
Yeah.
But
He threw away the V copy, so there's no proof that Von Helton exists on Encyclopedia Dramatica. He bought up all the other copies.
Taken down. Why? Because Islam is a legitimate threat, and making fun of something that will kill you should not be satire. I'm sorry, it should not be satire. Okay, satire websites need to stay off the topic of Islam, totally and completely.
So he's butthurt.
Making fun of something that'll kill you shouldn't be satire. Like what?
Well, it's because he took the satire and pushed it. as
So
fact.
he's butthurt that it wasn't real after he was tweeting it
Rather
out.
than admitting that he made a mistake, he's saying you shouldn't do satire about
He's
things.
going to make a sweeping, generalized, ridiculous statement. Like what? There's a ton of things that we joke about that could kill. Whatever.
But it's not even a joke. It's that he got fooled by the joke, and he doesn't want to admit that he was fooled. So he's saying, "Oh, we shouldn't joke about these things. If I see somewhere that says Muslims have attacked drones and they're growing third fingers out of their butthole and they can tickle you with them, then God damn it, I need to believe that that's true because you can't satire about things like that."
You all of a sudden sound like Vince.
Yeah.
God damn it, pal.
It was just confirmed that Vince was the $50,000 anonymous donator for the wall.
Because those of us that are legitimately trying to find news articles about Islam grab a hold of these satire websites and put their shit out as legit. Now, I've had to make a public retraction.
Oh yeah, see, he's saying now I had to make a public retraction.
Now I had to make a public retraction for some guy's distasteful joke about Islam.
Yep.
Son of a bitch.
Over this damn
Kind of
website.
suffers of the same slow talker syndrome as Brett. That when you speed them up, they finally get to a terrible point.
Exactly. And he was tweeting the other day. He made like 5 tweets tweeting the same video, like retweeting the same tweet, trying to get people to flag a tweet for I can't remember, like hate speech or something. He was trying to like start a mass flagging campaign. Unfortunately for him, nobody follows him, so only his sock accounts flagged the video that day, or the tweet.
And I'm going to see what I can do about getting it taken down. I am.
Oh,
Islam
yeah.
is not funny. Islam taking over America sure as fuck isn't funny. And for a satire website to do something like that is unconscionable.
But you know what is funny?
Fucking moron.
You know what is funny? When somebody who claims to be an authority on fucking the Muslim invasion gets a fucking satire site and uses it to propagate his bullshit theory, that's funny, Von Helton. That's fucking hilarious. You
And
fuck
he gets
up.
pissed off when he finds out it's satire. You
Yeah.
fucking idiot.
And then you want to deny free speech. You want to deny free speech because you fucked up, because you didn't have free ability to read on your sources and learn a little bit.
I am so sick of these fuckers threatening to flag people and shit because they don't like it.
Here's another thing. Von Helton believes that he's basically the real life incarnation of both the Punisher and Doctor Strange.
Wait, are you serious?
Yes.
No, he's serious about this.
Are you no joke? Like
No, no joke.
He's really.
Oh my god, yes.
He also he ordered a bunch of stuff on Amazon and made real life Elder Scrolls.
Okay, my body's ready for this show. What do you have?
I mean, there's so much out there.
Yeah.
It goes on forever.
So yeah, I'm gonna see about getting the website taken down. I'm sorry. You can get mad at me all you want.
The website's not getting taken down. Nothing's happening.
He's going to see about doing everything in a sniveling fucking...
He can't do shit.
Yeah. He's always trying to do something.
And when he says everything, he means as much as he can do being a fucking loser with no influence who lives in a trailer in the middle of the backwoods of Kentucky.
A single wide on his mom's double wide plot.
We done told you he's the most popular guy in the trailer park, man. So
Yeah.
back off.
As you can see over here,
Oh, he's got a pentacle ring,
we
too.
have, say it with me, class, the practical application of tequila, which means deception. Actually, I think there should be 2 Y's in there, but that's okay. When Muslims are few in numbers, we are
Glad he
from the
got
religion of
spell
peace.
check turned on.
When Muslims are numerous, Islam deserves special status. And when Muslims outnumber you, it's Islam or else.
Jars of pickles, that's all I see.
And as I just got through watching a
Are they
video
kosher?
earlier,
They're halal.
Yeah, they're halal.
My bad.
today, it won't take Islam very long. The average
No,
Muslim family has
pickles.
5, 6, 7 kids. How many kids are you having? Oh, yeah. You dumbass. You listened to Rothschild and Rockefeller and their cronies, which kept telling you, don't have children, don't be a mommy, don't be a wife, don't be a mother. And you listened to that shit, and now Islam's taking over your fucking country. Not by
The
killing.
Rockefellers, you remember their campaign to like stop people from having children?
Yeah.
So my decision to be child-free means ISIS wins?
Yep.
You should have been
See
popping
what
out
you've done?
babies.
See what you've done?
You know, for freedom's
Sorry,
sake,
man.
GDR, I think you
All right,
should.
well, you better get in line after the show. You know what? Then we got to save the world.
I think we should pop out a couple of freedom kids.
Freedom kids.
I'll throw in a little redneck in you.
We'll name the
Bye-bye.
first one America.
America. The second one, justice. The third one,
Freedom.
Abortion.
Sheer force of numbers, because see, to a Muslim, every baby they give birth to is a vote. You don't have that mindset. You don't get that mindset that every baby is a vote, and that is why you will lose your country, and that is why Europe is already gone. I just watched an expert today that was formerly in a government position get on a video and say that Europe is gone. I was right again. Europe.
Yeah. Europe doesn't exist anymore. You're right. There's no more Europe. It's gone. It's gone.
That's what Brexit was, Ben.
What?
Yeah. Brexit negated all of Europe. It's gone. Ask Von Helton. Oh, wait, no, that was satire.
Because there's no way now that they can have enough children to catch up to Islam, and their government is too weak to deport Islam. So there you go. So yeah, Europe is gone.
He makes it seem like you're literally genetically born with Islam.
Well, you're more likely to grow up Islam if your parents were Islamic,
Muslim.
right? Muslim, yeah.
You're more likely to grow up in Mexico.
Yeah, I don't look. The Mexicos, they can build the wall for us.
Right.
That's
I mean, yeah, you're more likely, but it's still an ideology. It's not, it's not irreversible,
Yeah.
Conditioning is hard to break through, so we're just going to have to make all the Muslim children watch Von Helton's videos so they'll learn from the source.
They're not learning shit.
The Muslim
This would be the
buster.
worst thing to have them
the
watch.
facts, deal with it. If you don't want to be in a Muslim country and you live in Europe, then you better get your fucking ass out of there, huh? You better get out of Europe, because Europe is an Islamic country, and probably within just a couple more years.
That's such bullshit.
I don't know.
Okay.
2 years from
like I
now,
said,
we're going to be like, Von Helton was right while we're eating our halal pickles.
We should have listened to that damn mason jar talking motherfucker.
I do love pickles.
Got the practical application of tequila
Pickles
here.
are awesome.
All right, it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. So,
Billy.
I'm going to show you some things from real news sources this time, not fake. Man, that still burns me up. Still burns me up.
Yeah, I could tell you're really butthurt about it. That's hilarious.
Yeah. You fucked up, you dopey old sorcerer. Just admit
Von
it, move
Drooms
on.
with a fish bone.
Yeah. It's like,
He does.
yeah. I want to know what the fuck he's talking about when he talks about the punk rocker from MySpace. I don't know what he's talking
you.
about. No,
Talking
it's
about you, man.
He's like what is it? He's like, he keeps talking about someone named Jaja or Yaya or what, however you say the name. Basically, he brings it up anytime he claims that his videos aren't covered under fair use. He'll be like, yeah, I know this punk rocker on MySpace that gets paid $2,000 anytime someone else uses their stuff. So I went to MySpace and looked for this person, and they don't exist. I mean, like, why would you lie about something that's so easily verifiable like that? Like, yeah.
Maybe they just don't think anyone's going to bother, which kind
With
of still
MySpace?
surprises me.
Jaja Binks. Jaja Gavor, somebody says in the chat room.
I don't know. No.
It's not funny, man. Islam taking over the state of Michigan is not fucking funny. How in the fuck could you call that shit satire? Anyway.
Because that's what it is,
Whatever.
man.
The point is, I'm going to show you some real news articles from reputable sources where Islam really is taking over. And I'm doing this to quash the unfortunate posting of a satire website is true. So, that this is a mea culpa, if you will. But anyways,
No, this is not making up for it because everything you say, for the most part, is bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so done with Vorn Helton. Let's see what else we got here. This video, by the way, is over an hour long.
Damn.
We've only scratched
He
the
talks
surface.
about this shit for an hour?
Look at this.
I want to see the lunatic that will sit there for the entirety of that period and just watch glued to the screen. I want to know what kind of human being that is.
Yeah, that's a good question. Who would watch Von Helton spew this shit for an hour?
I don't think he's even done the let's get into it part yet, because there's like a part, like, he has 2 intros. Oh, here it is. And he has a catchphrase, too, that he uses. He goes like this, and he goes, let's get into it, like that.
This is a mea culpa, if you will. But anyways, then plus I want to talk about Trump a little bit, so without further ado, let's get into it.
Bro fist.
And then he plays the Rocky theme song.
Oh my
god. It was not epic enough.
Gotta have the Rocky music, man.
That is a man that looks like he warrants it.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. I'm going to play the next video.
The gift that you never asked for is mediumship.
Oh my
Essentially,
God.
spirit communication. Spirits tend to choose people in our culture who don't have an interest in this type of work at all, which is so curious to those out on the outside that look at what we do as trickery or fraud or charlatans or something like that. And it's like, look, dudes, this is something that we never asked for. Now, receiving.
You said,
the
oh my
gift-
God, do you know this guy or something?
Yeah, this is Patrick Coleman.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen him in so long. I'm so glad that he's still alive.
Yeah, I remember the one time we interviewed him on DP, and he said that that the police were coming to take him away. But he could
I
have been.
like him a lot.
He's pretty out there.
Never asked for. This is what's important to anyone who's communicating with spirits, whether you have been chosen it to be your career, your life's work, or whether it's just a minor sort of spirit communication. And that kind of minor spirit communication would be just guidance, simple guidance in your everyday life. If you are not called to actually do the work to help people, communicating with spirits can be very beneficial.
He
to you
really
and your-
talks with his hands a lot. I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the shaman in him.
Back in the day, people used to call him Gay Dusty.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
family. A healer is born into a family for a very specific reason. And I will get into that in
His
later
voice
videos.
is very similar to G-Time Johnny.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
Videos or even one-on-one.
Interesting how they've both got a very mellow quality to their voices and kind of very approachable.
Yeah. Johnny, though, man, I get lost. He loses me a lot.
Crazy motherfucker.
You don't understand the full breadth of dimensions of the points he's trying to make. That's the problem.
To know more about that. When I was coming to terms with the fact that spirits were communicating with me, they were very relentless. I've told those stories multiple times about how they communicated with the songs, through other people, in the clouds, through the placement of objects. One of the books that the spirits directed me to was the Medium's book by Alan Kardec. Not this edition. My original book got stolen, but this is a larger format.
The
edition.
spirits
Not real
shilled
pleased
the
with
book to him?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Stole the book.
Yeah.
They're just like, hey, by the way, check out this book by Alan Kardec. That's awesome.
Go ahead and get the other edition. But coming to terms with it can be easy or it can be hard. Learn from my mistakes. You can make it really hard on yourself. You can make the spirits prove to you that they really exist. And they will, but they'll get bored, they'll get tired of it, and they'll keep making...
Spirits are affected by boredom?
I was like, Spirit, if you really exist, you better stick your finger in my butthole right now. Swear to God,
I want him to
Spirits.
teach me how to talk to the spirit world.
Well, all you got to do is doubt them. Say, hey, spirits, I don't believe you exist. And then they'll show themselves.
Is that how it works?
But then they'll get bored, according to this guy. All you got to do is question it, and they will expose themselves, but then they'll be bored because you weren't playing along.
I used to think Patrick was so out there, but now there's Adam Eternal.
Yeah.
And like now after him, there's nobody out there more. There's nobody more out there than him.
Than Adam
So
Eternal?
your crazy standard has like gone up.
Yeah, he puts Gale to shame. He's just the craziest one out of them all.
I feel like...
But he's incoherent sometimes.
Yeah, that's the rambling.
Yeah.
I feel like there's going to be crazier, though. Like, if I had to do a crazy off between Adam Eternal and Steven Dawson...
Oh,
I would.
Ding dong, baby.
I don't know who's more crazy. Like, at least Adam Eternal has this crazy world built in his head. All Steven Dawson's built in his head is he has a chance to bang those Babe Station models. And I think that's fundamentally crazier than believing that you're a rape martyr.
Their showy displays of what they are and that you have been chosen by the spirits, they'll make them even more grand and even more elaborate to the point where you might be like me and begging on your knees for them. You're like, okay,
I'm on my knees for the spirits.
This is a video about receiving the gift that you never asked for. In our
It
culture,
honestly just sounds like he's describing like a surprise blowjob in somebody's face.
Yeah.
You don't even know you're going to receive it, and then it's just like there.
Swear to God, I summoned the demon all over my face.
shamanic people and shamanic individuals tend to be those who never had an interest in it at the beginning. So wrapping your head around the fact that spirits really do exist, they are here. In Spiritism, they go by the framework that they are the deceased souls of men and women. So if you want to use that framework, you can. Some people prefer the starseed alien framework. Some people prefer different types of, whatever you're choosing, whatever framework you're choosing to receive that information, by all means, play around with it, experiment with it.
This is like an art teacher giving the students Play-Doh for the first time. Let's play around with it. Maybe it's a snake. Maybe it's a ball. Maybe it's a snake and balls. I don't know. Maybe it's just a painter, because everything's a painter in art world.
Painter.
Maybe it's a deceased woman.
Yeah, maybe it's a dead body of your grandmother that you just made out of Play-Doh. You don't know. It could be anything. It's your framework.
Safe.
Maybe it's my dick.
As you do not use it in a conjuring capacity. If you're conjuring spirits, if that's what you're doing, I word a warning.
Put the Necronomicon down. What are you doing?
This is a word of warning here, guys, about conjuring spirits. I think it's important that we listen to it.
Spirits and doing things in that regard will lead to perhaps interacting with some very nasty, petty, greedy spirits.
Oh.
They are very vendetta-based. They are very greed-based.
This is why
They
I
are
keep refusing to help you summon a succubus, Billy.
I just think it would be cute if you and I got together and made a succubus and a freedom child. We got projects. This guy's saying if you do summon a demon, chances are it's going to be an evil, greedy, petty piece of trash.
My kind of demon.
I'm saying.
It's very racist.
They're very low vibration, and if you start working with superior spirits, you're going to know that vibration of those lower spirits, those graver spirits, those heavier spirits, those ones with revenge in mind, that kind of thing, suffering, that kind of stuff.
If he really believes
receiving the gift means is that you don't want to work with those
I don't know how you dedicate as much time into videos and explaining yourself online unless you don't.
Yeah, he definitely believes this. And the fact that his conduit towards the demon or the supernatural can be any sort of framework to get there just perpetuates the fact that he can believe anything, because he's built himself a world where anything can be the answer to the end.
Well, do you suppose that, I mean, I don't know what his financial situation based on his like appearances are, but do you suppose that he makes enough like YouTube bucks or whatever to warrant this level of?
He's probably on like government disability or something.
Yeah, he's not doing. He's definitely not making money.
He probably
from
lives
this.
somewhere in Arizona where
No,
it's
he lives
rather
in
cheap.
he lives in Chicago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The end of Route 66.
Well, he ain't,
The
he
beginning.
ain't going out of his house because he's afraid to fucking get shot.
I'm a West Coaster, so I look at the
But that's where it
Midwest
sta-
as an end.
Yeah.
But I've always been a West Coast boy.
West Coast. West Coast.
West Coast, best coast. But yeah, I don't know. This guy, obviously crazy. He got his own little world here. But
Yep. He's definitely insane.
If he's not going to summon a demon for us, then he's worthless to me. That's GDR and I are going to have to get our
I
succubus.
want like a ghost or something.
Yeah. Get us can we summon a demon to be the next drunken peasant?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we'll have a seance
Let's
during the
fucking do it.
24-hour show.
Yeah. We'll draw
by
a
the way,
pentagram on Wallace.
by the way, GDR, if at any point you're not busy during our 24-hour show, you're welcome to stop by.
You're welcome to stop by my stream on the 26th. We're going to have like a total drunk high stream. So if you want to drop in and just get wasted and shoot the shit, then you're welcome to.
I don't drink or get high, but
Oh, what are you, a good boy chalk drop? Good job.
I'm a good boy.
Straight edge.
I'll try and check in there because
Fine,
somebody's
then
got to
this
stay
invite goes
sober.
out to the cool people in this group,
Wow.
Ben and Pimp.
Yep.
I don't drink. I don't do any drug situation.
I don't do anything.
Do you masturbate? Because it kind of looks like you're doing that.
I am.
Yeah, he does that. He's got
Oh, okay.
shaky legs. His legs are always like opening and closing.
It's
constantly.
I'm not
legs.
shaming if you are. I'm just wanted to
So if I'm not masturbating, you're shaming though?
a little.
We used to be so good together. When did that end?
The teasing is like
Mexicans in
foreplay.
Mexico
Oh, God.
really
Here's
use this
fucking
idea?
Crazy son of a bitch.
No.
He got
That
Mexicans,
I
right?
can blow up Mexico with magic. Like, kill all the organisms in Mexico with magic.
Organisms.
Yeah. I can kill all of them with magic in
What
Mexico.
the fuck? He's just casually like, genocide,
And
Yep,
they
magic.
actually say
Magical
it's
genocide.
Magic?
And it involves atomic bombs. And no, Einstein, they say, invented the atomic bomb. It was actually me as God. I invented the atomic bomb.
Oh, the revelation. I thought it was Einstein all this time.
Nope. It
Did
was him as
Einstein
God.
invent the
He
atomic
invented
bomb?
And if I shoot the atomic bomb over the atmosphere of Mexico, I can kill all of them very quickly. And they're actually say it's
This
magic.
dude's filled up.
He's pilled up.
I can kill all of
Yeah,
them with magic.
I know this because I'm filled up. So.
So are we
Yeah.
handing the guy
Yeah.
the button, or what are we doing? Is
Yeah.
that what we're saying?
Well, he's God in human form, according to him.
We
got cigarettes and
entrusting the
magic,
briefcase to this guy right here.
Yep.
Okay.
A lot of people say Einstein invented the bomb, but no, it was Adam Eternal.
If Einstein was the greatest genius, is what the Mexican people claim.
God damn it. Build the wall. Keep
The
this
Mexican
Einstein
people
propaganda out of America.
I didn't know that it was Mexico that makes the claim that Einstein was the greatest scientist.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's Mexican propaganda. It's
The
well known.
Mexicos are down there.
I can explain how the atomic bomb operates.
People are calling him
And
the
if-
anti-Evan.
They even tried to explain how atomic bomb operates. The Mexican people had to be shot in the head with a gun because that's illegal for them to even try
Does
to
he have
explain how
speech
to
impediment,
build
or does he just
an
kind of?
atomic bomb.
He's fucked up on.
I have no
pills.
idea what's going
He's
on
just
with
out
him.
of it. Okay.
I don't even know.
So they had to be instantaneously in Mexico shot with a gun if they were Mexican. With a
But
gun.
I would love
If
to
they-
see a conversation between him and Evan. Oh God, that would be entertaining.
That would
even
be a great
tried to
debate.
explain how atomic bomb is made. But as God, I invented the atomic bomb. And the atomic bomb I can shoot over the atmosphere of Mexico and kill off the whole population. Yeah.
Population,
Yeah,
not population, population,
Yep.
Population.
population. Population situation.
Population.
Population situation.
The worst thing about this guy is like Evan Lefevre. He's the biological father of Jesus Christ. What was this guy's proper title? He was like,
I can't remember what he called himself.
But like Evan's a smooth dude. He's like a really fun guy to talk to.
Yeah.
And Adam,
Evan's cool.
Adam Eternal he's kind of
Insane.
not. Like the one guy came to his door, was knocking on the door, and he just like flipped out and immediately read him like the riot act. Like, if you open this door, you'll be on camera. You consent to be on camera. I was like, damn. Like Adam Eternal's, even though he's like maybe not all there, he is fully aware of his domain and protecting it.
Right.
Yeah, Evan's a fun crazy. Adam is a scary kind of crazy.
I'd probably get a beer with both these guys.
You don't drink beer.
I don't drink beer though. Yeah, it's too bad. I guess I can't.
You don't drink. That's right.
Can't get a slice of pizza with these guys. I'm worthless, actually.
You can eat some celery sticks.
I could just sit down and shake my legs nervously with these guys.
And
Damn
suck
it.
their cocks.
I'm not going to do that. Adam is the father of the Antichrist.
All right, hate to cut off this riveting, pilled up lunatic, but I just got my exit text, so I have to get going.
All right.
It was good seeing you or hearing you, GDR.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. I really had fun on here, and I hope you'll have me on again.
We definitely will. Thank you. Good night.
Have a good night.
Love you, babes.
Oh, dude. She just snubbed him.
I hate when I tell a girl I love her in front of everybody, and then she doesn't say it back.
I said love her boobs. I didn't say I love you.
Oh.
I don't fucking care
I
about
thought you
her.
said
It's
I
like
love
a
you,
dick.
babes. I'm pretty sure you said I love you, babes.
No, I said boobs.
I thought you said I love you, babes.
I said boobs.
This is a bigger
I heard
flub than me calling all of the Mexicans Mexicos.
No, it's not.
Damn it.
I know your goal before the end of the show is to make someone else look worse than you when you did that,
Yeah.
but it's not going to happen.
I'm trying. I'll still try.
Man, I thought you were my friend. Though. Why you don't throw me under the bus, Billy?
Because I need to get this Mexico's thing off my public record. It's disgusting.
Mexico.
I'm trying to survive, Pimp Monk.
You're my bud.
Pimp Monk, it's nothing
No,
personal.
wait, you are
okay?
my bud. You go on Brett Keen's show, but not Pimp Monk.
Oh, God.
To be fair, he streamed at a reasonable hour, right?
8 o'clock's not a reasonable hour for you.
No, I go to bed at 4 or 5 a.m.
Goddamn! But you was on other people's morning shows before.
When?
The blood sport shit.
Oh, it's true.
I don't think that was morning.
That's the morning Kumite.
Was I on that?
Yeah. Stop.
Huh.
Stop.
I'm just.
Well,
I understand.
Was I on there?
I
They're
never.
more popular. They were more popular than me. So
I never like woke up for them.
Wow.
They just would DM me like, "Hey, you want to come on the stream?" I'm like, "Okay, because I'd be up."
Yeah, Billy.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know, man. I honestly don't know. I feel like it wasn't that early.
Look at you just trying to like rewrite history.
Not trying to rewrite history. I'm trying to figure out if I was actually up early for that, or if it was like 11 a.m. thing, because I could do 11 a.m. I can't do.
Well, I tell you what, I am going to be doing some stuff like recording some like morning woods sometimes and then air them the next day because for people like you who can't make it that time, so maybe you can do that with me one night.
Probably, yeah.
No, that's just
as long as Brett Keane isn't free.
Yeah, if you, me, and Brett King can be guests on the morning Kumite, what do you call your show? The Morning Wood?
Kumite.
The Morning Wood?
The morning, come on, the morning wood, yeah. It's the show named after an erection.
Daniel Andrews, $4.99. Tommy Sotomayor just uploaded a video about the wall GoFundMe on his channel, TNN Raw, and it's golden. Oh, yeah?
It's golden.
Interesting. Thor the Ultimate, $5. Got my flight canceled due to this fucker. Now I'm hoping it stays closed past 10 a.m. tomorrow so I can get all of my flights refunded.
Damn.
Yeah, it sucks being stuck in an airport. Todd Horvath, $4.99. What's up with him accusing the peasants of destroying his marriage? Who?
Damn.
Who? Oh, you're talking about Von Helton. He's talking about. He's not talking about us. He lumps everyone into the same category. Everyone that disagrees with him is trolls. So he applies like the worst things that other people have done to everyone as a whole. Kind of like how Brett does with atheists. atheist did all these horrible things to him. So
why be an atheist?
So that's what he's talking about. I don't know anything about his personal details, really. All I do is watch his fucking videos and laugh at the wacky shit he says.
I don't know.
I don't care about all the other shit.
I heard that his wife.
That's what people don't get. It's nothing personal, really, with any of this shit. It's all just content stuff, man.
I take it all personal.
Well, some people get way more personal than others, and I just choose not to.
Well, that's what I said. I'm talking about like with us.
Yeah.
But not
other
me.
people, they get all dramified, but with this shit, it's just videos.
I'm very personal. I take everything to heart.
Except Billy, he takes everything personal.
Yeah. When Von Helton's wife saw my Just a Bill music video, that's when she decided to leave him because she saw an alpha male for the first time in her life.
Oh my God.
And she was like, I'm done with you, Von Helton. I need to go find me a big fat daddy. I want to be fatting around.
I want to be fatting around.
Big fat daddy.
Fatting around. I like that.
She's just fatting around.
Thor the Ultimate, $5. I weep for humanity when every time I get reminded that people as stupid as Vaughn exist.
What's worse is I think Vaughn is not even like the bottom of the barrel, right?
No.
He's probably mid-level stupidity.
By the way, I want to drop a quick thank you to Ben, to you, Ben. Ever since I started the OBS stuff, my crowd has been getting better.
Yeah,
I think people are liking the stuff better, and you really helped me with the OBS. The only thing is, I think the Streamlabs OBS is a little bit buggy.
Really?
Yeah, but Ben actually helped me. He gave me a crash course in it, and it's helped a lot since I started doing the OBS and stuff.
Good.
You got your 2 monitors hooked up now?
Well, no, I don't have them hooked up yet because I got to rearrange the room and everything because this is all going to change. And my health has been kind of keeping me from it. But the next couple of days, I'm changing everything, and I will be hooking up the 2 monitors. I got somebody building me a fucking huge ass desk thing where I can go around the room. It's going to be cool. So yeah, and then once I get that, boom, hook both monitors up and start Twitch pretty soon too. So.
Thanks, God.
Thank God.
Thank you, God. We appreciate anything you can give us. And actually, if you guys are buying anything through Amazon right now, it would really help us out if you would use our links down below.
All we are saying is click our Amazon links. I think I wanted to say the last line that God said was that Billy really is the sweetest boy. That's coming from God.
Nah.
Well,
I left that part out because that wasn't true.
It was very important that we point that part out.
No.
It was very important.
But anyone else who isn't conserving money that wants to help contribute to the goal, that's also allowed. That's not prohibited. Especially because Patreon is fucking everyone over.
Did we have no response to Pimp?
Do what, buddy?
We were talking about your Streamlabs, right?
Oh. No, we're talking about the OBS thing.
Yeah.
What about it?
I don't know. Someone in chat said
He
no
did
response to
respond.
Pimp, and it's like, well, I'm pretty sure we talked about it. And
They did. You did. They did respond.
Moved on. So maybe we should watch Adam Eternal butt naked.
Butt naked. No,
I assume he's got pants on.
Yeah, I assume it too, just because I don't want to think about what it's like if he doesn't.
He's a thick daddy.
I actually don't even really have any more videos, really. Actually, I have a few more. But they're news ones that I didn't play earlier. We have a little bit of time left. I'll play this one. Lindsey Graham's stern advice to Trump.
I've been traveling this week overseas with Senator Graham, and this is one of the big issues we've been talking about. And Senator Graham is joining me right now, so we can talk about this. Senator, we just got back from Afghanistan. Right. This was one of your key questions while we were over there. What if the president pulls all the troops out of Afghanistan? You land back in the United States with him doing exactly that in Syria. What's your message now today for the president?
Well, that if you do this in Afghanistan, according to our military commanders and everybody I know, We want to withdraw from Afghanistan with honor and do it based on conditions on the ground. Based on my assessment in Afghanistan, if we withdrew anytime soon, you'd be paving the way for a second 9/11. The president said he wants others to fight.
God.
Since August of 2017.
Second 9/11, take a shot.
That's so hyperbolic.
Take a shot.
Oh, yes.
Another 9/11 could happen, I mean, virtually any time.
Yeah.
You know, if someone comes up with a clever enough plan. Because all the shit we do to prevent that kind of shit is all based on preventing the last attack that happened, the one that already happened.
Yeah.
So, you know, we should be focusing more here on how to prevent them than trying to prevent them over there. It's way more hostile and dangerous and costly to fuck with the affairs in the Middle East than it is to strengthen the infrastructure around preventing terrorism at home.
Well, I think we have a pretty strong infrastructure at home as well. We just spend money on everything.
We thought we had one before 9/11 too.
Did we though? Because
Yeah.
all the reports for that 9/11 say that we were being very lax on security, and it was almost negligent the way that things were allowed to happen.
Not really.
That's what the report said.
So how come no one went to jail for it?
Because it was negligence, not there was no direct guilt.
You can. There's criminal negligence.
Oh, and you're just going to put the all the CIA and FBI and executive branch of
All of them?
You're going to charge them all. There was no fall guy.
Well, George Bush and Dick Cheney, they got to testify together in private. I don't know if they were under oath even. So everyone got to protect their asses for their share of the blame.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm a truther. I'm saying, like, if you believe the story of the terrorist hijackers, the people in charge, whose job it is to stop that kind of shit from happening, they failed when that happened. So
5,600 Afghans have died fighting the Taliban and ISIS. 18 Americans killed in combat, 4 killed through accidents. God bless the 22. You say you want others to fight. Most of the fighting to destroy ISIS in Syria has been done with the Kurds. So my question to the president, if you do not want to fight this war alone, how do you justify leaving Syria at a time when those who helped us, the Kurds, are certain to be overwhelmed and slaughtered? And if we do this to the Kurds, who is going to help us fight in the future?
Have you spoken to him
sounds like it's time to give the Kurds amnesty, huh?
directly about
No.
his decision in Syria?
You said no.
No, I was shocked when I got home. The first thing I saw coming back from the airport was this announcement that he's going to withdraw immediately from Syria. I've done a lot of work since then. I can assure you it was done not based on sound military advice. All the advice the president received from his national security team was it's not time to withdraw from Syria. That ISIS will come back. They have not been defeated. Most importantly, the Kurds, who have helped us so much, have been such good allies, are now exposed to be taken over by Turkey.
So how do you feel about this? Because, like, I'm fine with more wars ending.
I mean,
until we're in a situation where, we're being directly threatened, I don't think we should be involved, especially in Syria. That's a war between a rebellion and a government there, right?
we've always kind of been world police, though. And once we go in and shake it up, retreating without putting things back into place is kind of fucked. If we're just going to go slam our dick into whatever we want and then leave it there destroyed.
Well, it's going to be that way no matter when we leave, right?
It sucks that
that's how it normally is.
It sucks that the mission wasn't more effective.
It's like that almost every time.
We still have people in Germany, right? From World War II.
Yeah, but that's a totally different
there.
story. Oh no, Pimp's gone.
Pimp it gone.
He gone.
But yeah, I mean, it's whatever. Like, we can't make these choices. if they're going to withdraw from Syria and it's a stain on the honor of the U.S., then it's too bad. It's not a good look over there. It's going to be bad if we stay in or out, right? If we pull out, maybe that will change the way that we look at it. To step out to get back into it.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm good with us leaving pretty much every war zone that we're currently active in. And I do think a lot of the global or a lot of the international military bases we have should be closed. Not all, but a lot of them.
But then what we spend all our military spending on? Drones?
Now, what will we spend all of our military spending on?
Yeah, if we're not...
We'll spend less on the military and on better things.
Oh, are we going to start cutting military spending?
Yeah.
Then I love that idea.
I know. That's why I was saying we should close.
I don't feel like we live in a country where military spending is going to get cut. I just don't feel like that's
that's why I've been saying.
I don't feel like pulling Syria out is going to give us a cut, right? That's an ideal.
Well, I
world.
also just don't want to be involved in that shit because getting involved there in general just stirs up more issues than we try to prevent.
Share the screen with me, Ben.
Okay.
I think we should put some people in fucking Denmark. Stir that shit up. They think their socialism can be so fucking...
They're not even really socialist.
They're pretty much socialist.
No, they're not. They're actually not socialist.
I don't know. I talked to many liberals about this.
They're wrong.
Well, then, if they're not socialist, then I guess we won't send the military in there.
Okay.
Damn.
Pitmonk, maybe you and I should join ISIS and tear it down from the inside.
We should join
Is. I think that's the answer, right? Let's GoFundMe to send you and me to ISIS, and then we could just be bumbling idiots that tear down the infrastructure of ISIS.
Hell yeah.
I don't think they would just behead us the second we showed up, right? Like, we'd be able to sneak around.
No, they'd probably torture you first.
Well, I think we could fat our way through ISIS.
We let the fat guys.
They just shoot at our feet and we have to dance naked for them.
Look at the fat guy dance.
I don't know if that would happen.
It wouldn't.
It's a new zany Hollywood blockbuster. Billy and Pitmonk infiltrate ISIS. Because what it is comedy. ISIS.
Depends on what your definition of the word is.
ISIS is.
ISIS.
I want to put up the timer.
These fat boys of ISIS are priceless. Watch Billy the Fridge and Pitmonk in Terrorizing Around.
Terrorizing.
Is the fat boys? The fat boys are back. I miss the fat boys from the 80s.
You know, they would never be whack.
I remember they did the Wipeout.
Yeah, they also had a song called In Between the Sheets. That shit was fucking bomb.
Oh, you can eat. Stick 'em. What? I can't do good beatboxing, especially not right now when I'm.
Somebody said the fattening is what the movie should be called.
The fattening.
The fattening. Eating up terrorism one sandwich at a time.
Terror alert orange chicken.
We're gonna pork them fucking people.
This dinner is definitely not halal.
But it is LOL.
Lalal.
Halal.
Oh, hello.
Lalal.
It doesn't get any bigger than Pitmonk's Cigarette. Live in
Killing
theaters.
all those.
I don't like that at all.
You thought I was gonna say it, didn't you?
No, of course I didn't think you were going to say it. Threat level midnight. It's crazy.
Did you ever hear about? Did you hear about or did you ever hear the recording from Sargon that it was what got him banned from Patreon?
No. Should we play it right now?
I don't know.
No, we shouldn't. Say what you want about Patreon, but it's kind of like the livelihood of a lot of creators.
Yeah.
Don't tease the beast. ISIS was created by USA invasion of Iraq.
I actually made a meme yesterday, kind of making a joke about Sargon's thing that he said.
Oh,
I guess
yeah?
I could at least show the meme, right?
I suppose.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't want to piss
All right,
off
here it is.
Patreon. Damn it. I'm glad he's gone.
You
Why?
love Al Borland.
Get rid of the fucking Al Borland. I'm Team Tool Man.
Oh my goodness. It's bad. You can't even say words anymore.
Neighbor?
No, you can say
Neighbor.
whatever you want, right? You just can't reap the benefits of other companies that help pay your bills. They're like, we don't want to fucking work with this guy.
Sargon deserves Patreon reparation. He wants his reparations.
If Sargon, I don't know, it's hard to say, right? Like, I'm not for that sort of talk, but I'm also not for people being censored.
It was, he was arguing against a bunch of alt-right people.
Yeah.
And the way he was saying it, he was trying to make a point, and I understand what he was trying to say, but
was it like a Kramer situation?
No.
Okay.
No.
No,
it was more like a...
he was saying, you complain about the way black people behave, but you act in the same manner that you accuse them of acting. That's what he was trying to say.
Yeah. The earth is flat. Tell your friends. Did you read that super chat?
Let's see. The earth is flat. Tell all your friends. Finally, I feel a true longaninger since he knows the truth. No. What?
I don't know, man.
That did not make any sense at all.
Thank you for the
Be fitty.
Thank you for the donation, Be fitty.
Be fitty.
You're a furry otaku. You should have a new segment on the show called Being the Brett or Brat. If you want to make it... What? You should make a new segment on the show called Being the Brett or Brat if you want to make it a pun. Okay. Billy would then act out what he likes Brett to say, be it shit talking or rap. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble reading this.
Ben, are you having an aneurysm? The last couple
No,
super chats have been
no.
really tough for you to read.
Well, first of all, they're not super chats.
Oh,
So I think
Streamlabs?
I think you might be having trouble too.
Yeah, I definitely am having an aneurysm right now.
That was a smart ass comeback.
But no, there's errors here, and I'm trying to say what I think they actually meant to say.
Say what you need to say.
Billy would then act out what he like Brett to say. All right, so I'll just say it how it's written. Be it shit talking or rap, just see how much this sweet boy could class up those old vids.
True. I'll just reenact every Brett Keane video in a sweet boy way. I don't see where that could go wrong.
It's not possible.
I'm just a sweet boy, but I don't think that people should be deplatformed on Patreon, especially for something like
That's
if
like
he's
a new
making
word,
a comment.
you know, deplatformed.
Well, it's because people are being deplatformed.
Yeah.
And
Is everything a platform?
it's definitely social media is a platform, and Patreon is a social platform for donations. It's definitely social media for paying creators.
It doesn't actually host anything.
But it What's Twitter host?
Twitter, you can actually upload videos and photos.
You can upload posts to.
You can upload
Patreon
posts, but they don't host it. It's not stored on a Patreon server.
But it's still the same thing. You still have a timeline. You still have photos. It definitely does host things. Patreon.
What does it host? Okay, so if I want to put a video on Patreon, I have to upload it somewhere else.
Yeah, and that's fine because Patreon doesn't want to be in the video business, or else they'd have to charge more for people to upload videos.
I love how you know what business exactly Patreon wants to be in.
They're in the business of collecting money and being a conduit for people who want to donate to their creators. And if they're going to start pissing off the people who donate to creators because one guy gets shut down for something they don't believe is a fair reason to shut him down. If he made that comment, I can see where he's going with it.
Right.
Do we want to shut him down because of it? I think that's a terrible precedent to send. They come for Sargon. They shut Sargon down. They're going to be able to turn the switch off on anybody they want for any reason. And that sucks. Like, as somebody who is supporting them by either being a part of their platform and requesting people donate money, or someone who directly donates to them, you know, we don't want them to have that sort of power. The power we want them to have is facilitating the fans with the creators that they want to support. That's the power they should have. They shouldn't have the political sway to say, hey, this guy made a comment that is fucked, right? But it's not even that fucked. It's like he's making the way you put it, he's making a comment on the people who being racist, acting like the people that they are racist against, the viewpoints they have against those people. Like, yeah, you're prejudiced. You're acting like the prejudice you seem to hate here. And I don't think that's terribly unfair comment to make. But maybe it was worse than that because I didn't really hear the entire comment. But just based on that, the context is important here. And if they can just shut him off, we live in a world where we're
Someone
gonna lose.
said Patreon doesn't do anything special for creators. It's true. I mean, like in some ways, like it's just an easy way of managing that sort of thing where you have independent content creators and you have their fans, and you have a way of managing a structured tiered reward system for that, and then it has like a instant message type of service implemented into it, that kind of shit. It's a paywall, you know. That's what Patreon is in many ways.
Sayer Sue says, wow, Billy, this is a total reversal of your opinion on free speech protections on platforms a while ago. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a company, right? And I don't think this is a direct change, because I've had like my friends get deplatformed on Twitter, on YouTube, on I'm not friends with Sargon, but he's kind of a colleague in the world of which I'm in. Met him before, like he's been on the show. If they can just take this off because of something he said, then they can do that to anybody. And we as a user base, even though this is their company, their private company, we still as a user base can speak up and have concern when this happens to try and get them to reevaluate their process.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that's changed.
I think it's very strange that a bunch of people start going to Subscribestar, and before you know it, PayPal just pulls its support for Subscribestar all of a sudden. Maybe
there's something going on with Subscribestar behind the scenes that we don't know about as well. But yeah, it does seem fishy.
Yeah.
Maybe Subscribestar is bankrolled by a competitor, and PayPal doesn't want to have that market. And I
don't think so. They don't even have an option to take payments right now.
Yeah. Patreon did a mass termination of people who drew porn. That is true. What was it? Shadman?
Oh, really? They did that to Shad?
Wasn't that what the big thing that was happening with Shadman? Was he was drawing porn and they got deplatformed?
I don't
Patreon took a lot of porn
I don't like
off.
the word deplatform, so I'm
What
not
should
gonna
we
do
say?
that.
What should we say?
It's such a buzzword. I just have a problem with buzzwords.
Oh yeah, because we live in a world where technology is constantly advancing, and we don't have other words to say for when you have the rug pulled out from underneath you. They pulled the rug out from underneath that Shad man for drawing naked dicks.
I think they did it because he was drawing like younger looking girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying that I agree with his art choice, but I mean,
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I disagree or agree. I think that's why they did it, though. Cause
well, yeah, like censoring people has always happened in America, and we get this Wild West version of YouTube, or this Wild West version of Patreon, or this Wild West version of even television. MTV got rid of got away with some stuff, but then they would censor and hold back. Took a while for us to get a lot of the freedom to have like cuss words on TV, that we
I remember when people
back.
went crazy over Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah. And the same thing, YouTube was Wild West. Nobody cared about YouTube because it wasn't making the big money like advertising television was on network TV. And now YouTube's getting the numbers, and they're trying to catch up with the advertisers so they can actually get the monetary value that their numbers are pushing. YouTube is the new MTV. It's what kids watch. Who knows if that will stay the same now that it's gone mainstream. It may or may not. But we are coming into a world where that Wild West is gone. And we have to see this censorship. And that's the same things happening across platforms. If Patreon is censoring people, we have to either speak up and make valid points for why they should or shouldn't censor, or we sit back and let them do it until they take everybody off.
I do believe censorship is getting about as bad as it has ever been.
It's always been bad. Right now, we're losing something that we thought we had. Right? We thought we had YouTube. We thought we had the free market of ideas and the ability to get paid for it. And now we're realizing we don't have that. And Patreon was the answer to that. The advertisers may not like you, but at least your fan base can pay you to further that ideal. And now that's being pulled out from underneath the people. The super chats in the Ralph retort getting cut down when they were going to be donated to the St. Jude's Hospital. Like, nope, we don't want this. Cut them out. Cut them off. Cut them off.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the hospital wouldn't have taken it anyway. So
they wouldn't have taken the money.
Yeah, the hospital wasn't going to take the money. So,
Martin Shkreli donated like $100,000 to Bernie Sanders' campaign, and then Bernie didn't take it. He was like, "Nope, I don't want your money."
Yep.
And then Martin went full on Trump supporter, and Trump won. Damn it, Bernie! You should take that fucking money.
That wouldn't have made a difference. that wasn't what held Bernie back.
Yeah, I know. It was his own fucking people.
Yep.
At some point in time, I'm not suggesting this, but at some point in time, we're going to start eating the rich, right? We're going to get so hungry that we have to eat the rich.
B50 said it again. Logan Paul came out as a flat earther, guys. So yes, now I feel like a true ganger. The earth is flat. Drink your pee.
The
earth is flat.
Drink your pee.
Do you think that he's actually flat earther? Like, is there more info on this, or is this just from the one summit he went
I haven't
to?
seen anything new.
Yeah, because that's an interesting follow up. I think
that was
he's
like a
just
month ago
trolling.
or something, right?
Yeah, the boy is just trolling. I don't think he really believes the earth's flat. I'm pretty sure all flat earthers are just trolling.
Not all.
I
No,
hope.
some actually believe the bullshit.
All we are saying is give flat earth a chance.
Why? Why give it a chance?
Because what if this entire time the earth was just flattening around?
But we know it's not. Flattening around, you're so silly.
That's the trouble there, because it's flattened and it's around. So where do you go? Is it a globe? I prefer the earth being a big fat Rubenesque fat boy shape, a big old pot belly. I'm a fat earther.
Me too.
fat earther.
I'm a fat earther.
The earth is fat.
Yeah.
The earth is fat.
This earth is fat. How can she fat?
Earth.
How can she fat? How can she fat?
Eat mac and cheese, become a manatee. Eat mac and cheese, become a manatee. Doobie-doo-bop-bop-bow.
God, what was that shit? Ugh, that you kept saying yesterday in your stream. Oh my God. You just kept saying it. I'm like, stop fucking saying that.
It was probably really cool. What was it?
No. It was Big Booty Judy. Big Booty Judy. And like the first time I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. And then like by the 10,000th time you said Big Booty Judy. I'm like, stop!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got 3 minutes left of this stream. It's going to be 3 minutes of Big Booty Judy. 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 Okay, it was 10 seconds of Big Booty Judy.
Yeah.
Hell, he even got tired of it.
I was playing Super Smash Brothers, and Big Booty Judge Judy, Big Booty Judy just happened to fall out of my mouth. I couldn't help it.
Big Booty Judy.
Big Booty Judy. Big
It's kind of
Booty
like
Judy.
when you say those words, it's almost like you're beatboxing at the same time.
Yeah, that's why I liked it. It was like I was
got
like
the bass drum and the snare in it.
Yeah, I was like, what's Bill Fridge gonna do here to be a sweet boy? I know he's gonna make a song about Judy's big booty. And I did it live on stream, and all 4 people in the room were like, they're like, this is good, except Ben. The 5th vote was like, get this off my screen.
No. I liked it at first. I thought it was catchy.
I was just playing Smash
But then
Brothers.
it became like a compulsion. Like
That's what I do, yeah. I'm like, I'm a sweet boy. I'm a sweet boy. No, I'm a sweet boy. I'm a sweet boy. I'm a sweet boy. Oh, sweet boy. Oh.
Wow, you're doing that's almost like Egghead's version of Mickey Mouse that you just did.
Yeah. Oh. Gonna go clean my bathtub now.
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it.
What?
Egghead on the Morning Wood.
Hey.
You know what? We're gonna do the individual segment during the
overtime.
During the post show. So if you guys want to catch that, if you're either a member of the channel or if you're a $10 plus patron, you guys will see that. It should be interesting.
We're all stars now in the post show.
All right, man. Well, thank y'all for having me on tonight.
Thank you for stopping by, Pim Monk. It was a pleasant surprise to have you.
It was fun. It was fun. So much fun.
It wasn't just fun. It was quality entertainment.
Quality.
You're quality entertainment, my friend.
I am.
They've raised $10,228,300 for
Wow,
the wall.
it's gone up so much since we started this show.
Yeah,
it's gone up literally
crazy.
millions of dollars since we've gone up.
Millions of dollars.
That is insane.
Yeah, I'll let you go, Pimp Monk. Thanks for being on.
All right, man. We all.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And now
Big Booty Judy.
Now we got Frozen Pimp Monk on the show. Pimp Monk! Hey! Pimp Monk! Wake up!
Pimp Monk! Pimp Monk, wake up!
I don't want to wake up. I don't want to wake up. Damn it.
I'm going to have another cigarette in my sleep.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so we're going to go do the post show now. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you guys on Saturday. There's a bonus show. And hopefully during that show, we can meet this goal. We're already more than halfway there, so there's a good chance. There's definitely a good chance.
There's a good chance.
Yes.
Everybody.
There is a good chance.
Everybody have a good night.
Good night.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken peasants. Drunken peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your drunken peasants. Drunken peasants. Drunken peasants. Drunken peasants.
Why'd you have to eat all the frickin' chips again, Kip? Napoleon, don't be jealous that I've been chatting online with babes all day. Besides, we both know I'm trying to become a cage fighter. Since when, Kip? You have the worst reflexes of all time. Try and hit me, Napoleon. What? I said come over here and try and hit me. Such an idiot. Let's see what your best move is. Let's see what your best move is. I'll go get it. Jeez. Who was I kidding? I don't deserve his beard. There's no way I'm gonna be a cage fighter. It was all a lie. I was just lying to myself. Who the heck is George Soros?